First here. Well, I'll stand over here again so I can redo it, so you can see again. Okay. We got some merch. Oh, shit. This. Okay. See?
Look at that T-shirt.
See this shit? See
There
this
you
shit?
go. That's the look.
See that shit? TPS, motherfucker. Or TSP, motherfucker.
Ductive apparel. Plug it early.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm Wes, like always. And we've been talking to a couple people, and for you listeners who don't watch the video, we've never really explained this before, but we are live on twitch.tv, and we have people who watch live with us. So every once in a while you may hear us just say random things. Well, that's us reading chat. So we're going to try and get better at saying who we're talking to and making it a little bit more, I don't know what the best word is for it, but make it flow a little bit better.
Yeah. So it's good for live viewers and later viewers.
SaltyFrank says dirty weebs watching live.
But yeah, so I just got like labels, like you just get labels for putting on whatever, and I just printed the stickers. Like you can just go to this was a little off, but they're expensive though. It's not a good way to do it. It was $20 for like a pack of like 10 sheets. So I can print what's that 8 stickers on each. So I can get 80 stickers for $20, which is pricey. Yeah. But like it's it's an option.
Put them everywhere.
It's an option.
So what we're talking about is Forrest's apparel line, Abductive Clothing. You just saw the Topshelfers exclusive shirt, and he made stickers way back in the day, and they look pretty dope. That's abductive.clothing on Instagram if you want to check it out.
I need a I guess I could order another thing and make some cool stickers for this podcast. Stick in places.
Do we still get in trouble if we go plaster those all downtown everywhere?
I don't know. Even if we just put them on random places where we wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm way down to do that. That'd be a good video, too.
Yeah.
The boys downtown.
But, yeah, so there's that. I'm curious about this Roswell boutique, though.
Oh.
Okay.
Those are some cool shirts.
Damn, they got a lot of followers.
Yeah, they do. I like that hat. It's just simple.
Yeah. I'm gonna edit the alien too eventually, because you saw it, how like the eyes. I just wanted unique eyes, so it's custom,
Yeah.
But I think I want more of those pointy eyes, so it looks more alien like. Mine looks like a fucking high alien. These are some good shirts though.
Yeah.
I have to do some more designing.
Well, it's just all learning and getting better at something that's new.
Yeah, there's just so much I can do.
I wonder, what does it say? Followed by?
What? Oh, so powered by RoswellBoutique.com.
Oh, hey, plug for you. We like your shirts. If you click on one and see how much they cost.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Oh, so RoswellBoutique.com. Actually, they probably have one on their fucking page because you can't post links on pictures.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But I guess that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So we'll just click on this random shirt.
Oh, $20.
So
that one's kind of silly.
So how much is that? So all their shirts are $20.48. So
whoa. Look how many fucking ratings they have.
Oh yeah, 2,000.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, shout outs to you guys. Maybe we need to get in touch with them.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Sponsor us.
Right?
I'll wear the shit out of some of your clothes. I'm only rocking Abductive and Roswell Boutique from now on.
Now I'm gonna get that file clip and send it to him. Big fans. But yeah, so let's hear your before we started, Forrest was telling me about some gentleman he ran into.
But yeah, just while I was at the Apple store today, this dude was getting his MacBook fixed, and I just heard him talking and stuff, and he's like, I only had to miss a couple meetings for this today. Ooh. And he was joking though, and he laughed. He was just an old man, And then he said his phone number. I'm not gonna say it, but it was just like 2 different numbers and the rest were zeros. He's like, I have the 3rd phone number in Utah, or 3rd cell phone. I had the 3rd cell phone in Utah.
Oh,
so
wow.
he has like just a basic number because it was one of the first 3 cell phone numbers in Utah. And the guy's like, that's cool. I was like, damn, who's this fucking old man just off head of the game?
Yeah, he's probably got stories.
And then, but then he's like, yeah, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm a producer. And I was like, oh shit. And then he's like, I can't remember what show it was, but he's like, you want anything? He's like, yeah, we're on Hulu. Or whatever his show was. It was like I can't remember what it was called. It sounded like a kid's show. But he's like, so you went to film school or something? He's like, nope, self-taught.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I was like, shit. I wanted to talk to him, but he was real busy with the Mac dude.
Damn.
Like, yeah. He's a movie producer and had the 3rd cell phone in Utah.
Damn. You should just... This is when we need business cards. Mm-hmm. Funny little business cards. Like, hey man, overheard you. Very interested in talking with you.
But, and then yesterday when I was working, one of the truckers... So people listen, I do commercial cleaning, but we clean a place where truckers fuel up. And this dude came in to me, and like I was just, working, mind my own business, one of the truckers. And he's like, hey man, how are you? I was like, good. And he's like, how old are you? I was like, 24. And he's looking for a second, then he's like, so what's your take on today's political atmosphere? I was like, oh god.
Oh.
And then I was like, I don't know, man. He wasn't that old. He looked like he was still in the 2000s. Like, he had a beanie with like the little lip on it,
Yeah.
like and then a soul patch, and then those like gauged hoops.
So he's actually a fan of Nickelback.
Yeah, he looks like he was an inline skater back in the day.
Yes.
Probably wears like strictly Dickies pants. That's
right.
It. But yeah, and then I was like, I don't know, and I just like, yeah, I don't know, dude. And he's like, well, and then he's like, here's my opinion, so you can hear it from a trucker. And then he's just like, I think the way things are going, there's about to be a second Holocaust, and all white people are gonna be wiped out. Oh. And I was like, what? No shit, what?
Damn,
I was like, oh man, that's crazy. And then like I didn't know what to say. Like,
you're right. What do you say to that?
And then he said something Antifa or I don't know, and I was like, yeah.
You're an interesting fella.
Yeah, and then God, and then today I was driving around and people are like, I don't drive around in the day ever, really, you know, besides, and people are insane. I almost got in like 3 wrecks. I was driving on the freeway, and this like little white like Chevy Sonic, and it was like little smart car looking ones, just comes flying, and they were like, just go all the way to the left lane. They was coming, I was in the far left lane, like didn't even look over, and just almost took me out, like just weaving lanes, and then I honked, and then they swerved back. And then so I was passing and just look over and then just staring back at me. It's that fucking guy.
Is it really?
It's that trucker that just told me about the white people getting wiped out. And he just stared at me and then just gives me a little head nod and then zips away. I was like, what are the fucking chances? Yesterday this fucking guy told me white people are gonna be wiped out. Today was fucking took me out. My dad's like, he was right. You were the first white person.
Yeah, you were the first one going down.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on in today's atmosphere is exactly what the Nazis did to the Jews. Like,
oh man, he's crazy.
I was like, this guy's nuts.
Hello, Big Papa in our chat. Yeah. Good night. Thanks for dropping by.
And Ryan, yeah, it seems like people are getting more extremist by the day, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, what the fuck? What does he watch or listen to that he thinks this?
Salty says, plot twist, he's gonna wipe out all the fucking whiteys with this car.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe he thought I was like a fucking hipster or something and was expecting me to have like super leftist views.
Right.
Because I got new contacts today too, but yeah, so I had my glasses on yesterday and like my hair was just freshly conditioned, so it was like kind of puffy and I just looked like I would wear a scarf probably. So yeah, I was just wearing fucking
wear a scarf.
What's scarf? Oh, what can I can't remember. But because they're my mom's old frames, because I broke my glasses. Oh, I didn't broke them when the screws fell out. But what are they? They're like designer brand, like not Dolce & Gabbana. Fuck, what are they?
Michael Kors.
Oh yeah, they're Michael Kors. That's what they're. Yeah, they're Michael Kors frames. So just me wearing these fucking Michael Kors. Like I was like, damn, I definitely just look like I would complain. Tell you something
about everything.
Yeah.
I actually
tell you how I hate Trump.
I was looking at some Michael Kors stuff a couple days ago. They got some dope ass men's watches now that are real like. I don't really talk about stuff that I collect. I have like a collection addiction for some reason. So I have like multiple things I like to collect. I don't know why, but one of them's watches. I've never bought a gold watch before because I just don't think gold looks good on me personally. But I saw a Michael Kors gold watch the other day and I was like, that's dope. But it was like $480, I think.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad in the world of watches, but...
I know, I was looking at I was really thinking about flossing, but I have things that have more priorities. I was looking at gold chains on fucking...
Yes.
I was like, fucking, yeah, get that Cuban link, baby.
Cuban link!
I was like, I'll really be flossing, like, just actual gold, you know, those thick-ass heavy ones.
I've never been into other jewelry besides, like, rings, but I watched... who's the main dude in Migos? Quavo? Mm-hmm. He dropped a video explaining and showing off all the jewelry that he wears on a daily basis. Yeah. He had this... So he has tons. Like, he wears fuck tons. They say something... Like, I think the total is he walks around with, like, 8 million
in
jewelry on him constantly.
God damn.
But he had a...
Now that's flexing on a whole new level. That's
flexing on a crazy level. I've never liked rose gold before, just because I mean, not to be rude, but I think it's a girl's jewelry. I think that's a girl's color of jewelry. Yeah. He had a rose gold, like, diamond crusted bracelet that, like, anytime it moved, it would just gleam. And I was like, that's fucking fire, but it was like 600,000.
Jesus. I wonder how many times do you think they lose diamonds and stuff on those things? Probably a lot. I mean, like, diamonds are just on the ground because they're like, you know, it's just jewelry still. Like, let's say you hit something wrong or something. Like, I know, I've heard people, like, I can't remember when I was watching, it was, like, had diamonds on the watch and, like, a couple missing. Yeah. But, like, there's just probably diamonds lying around.
Oh, it has to happen all the time because I have actually cracked one of my watch fronts. Oh, shit, yeah. Just, like, I was wearing it, and when you wear it, like, once you get used to wearing watches, you forget you're wearing it. And I was just I can't remember what I was doing, but I was walking, and I tried to open the door, and I, like, swung it, and then it came back and hit me, and it hit, like, right on the corner of my watch and actually cracked it. So, I mean, it has to happen way more constantly for them, because I don't wear watches all the time.
I know, I'm finna go walk around L.A. with, like, looking like I'm in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, looking for diamonds on the street. Like, look at this fucking weirdo.
I wonder if people do that. Like, there's like people in their entourage that are just specifically like looking on the ground for shit.
Just go out to like the next morning after the club shuts down, or like, you know, after the big clubs, go the next morning, like a Sunday morning or something after a big night. I could bet you'd find so much stuff.
Oh yeah.
My dad used to clean a club in Salt Lake.
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
And they would find like jewelry and money constantly. Like parking lot, they'd be walking through the parking lot, $20. Huh? Yeah. So.
SaltyFrank says Wes was actually practicing ninjutsu, and that's how he broke it. Shut your mouth! Don't tell people my secrets. Ryan Matthews says, "Don't you find it funny/sad, when you are reading a story and it seems like people who wrote it live in a different reality?"
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's one of the weirdest things. Like, and it can go both ways. It can go, they live such a lavish lifestyle that you're just like, how is this even possible? Or they live such a, you know, lack of a better word, shitty lifestyle that you're like, I can't believe this is actually going on.
Or just opposite opinions than you, and you're like, is this really how you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Ryan. It's weird. I mean, there's definitely funny and sad, but for me, it's more just weird, like thinking, like what Forrest says, like you read people's opinions and they're so vastly misinformed that you're like, are they being real right now?
Oh, speaking of vastly informed, so Kathy Griffin, you know, obviously she's super crazy. Yeah. But she was, do you know, like in basketball, you know, when they make a 3-pointer, they do this.
Yeah.
3. And, you know, people say that's the KKK thing. Well, that's what they say, but obviously. And she was saying, so those kids, that Catholic school, or those kids, but I don't know if you saw, there's more videos coming out at that Catholic school, they were yelling stuff. They're like, they're racist. And she was saying, they're all Nazis. They're doing this, but they made threes.
Yeah.
And then some guy with people were roasting her. They were posting like videos of LeBron, Steph doing that. They're like, wow, these black guys are really KKKs. And she like got so much hate, she deleted the tweet and stuff. I was like, this dumb bitch, she's talking about something she knows nothing about.
Well, and then there's a picture that's surfacing right now of that school. Is it
the video where the kids are painted black?
Yeah,
that's where they were doing it. The crowd was doing 3-3, but they were like, I don't know. I haven't watched the video or anything. They were just painted black. Like we back at South Davis, we we would paint our face red and black like that and stuff too.
Red and black for sure.
Yeah, and well, they had red too. Like they were all black and their face was red and black. If you look closely,
I guess the picture that I saw, it just looked like he was legit just blackface.
Yeah, it was they were saying that, and it was like that video was from like 2012 or 2015,
right.
And they were trying to say it was the same kids. I was like, how long for years are these fucking assholes held back?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know the story, but so they could have been malicious intent, but I don't know. But yeah, I was like, yeah, you definitely shouldn't paint yourself black or your face black in today's day and age.
It's funny that you say that too. Like, it could be malicious, but
they are just 14 and 15. There's 14 to 18-year-old kids just at a basketball game.
You know what's kind of gone away and like from like 2016 to 2019? Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
No one. It's always immediately jump, and I'm not. You guys are probably gonna think that I'm trying to defend them, and you're not going to give me the benefit of the doubt, funny enough. But I'm not defending anyone. It's just, it seems like no matter what the circumstance is, everyone just wants to jump to the worst possible case scenario.
You're a racist.
And it's because it sells. It sells on news. It sells on social media. It makes money. It makes people popular. If you're the one person who tweets this thing about how awful these people are and and it blows up and your tweet goes viral, you can if you roll with it properly, you can become famous.
Yeah, I just think like, I don't know. For a while, I was just judgy, and I didn't think about myself. Like, I was like, this kid's pieces of shit and stuff. I was like, man, I was like, me in high school though. Like, I was the edgiest. Like, I fucking held up a sign that says "Dick tastes yummy" at a fucking football game. And the last day of school when the comedy dudes came, and they were doing their weird whatever
improv bullshit.
Yeah, and then I yelled, "God hates maggots." So I was like, I can't judge these guys. I was worse.
Yeah,
and I wasn't being like, obviously, I don't kind of think that's gay people or.
It wasn't malicious attempt.
No, I was just I was towards those fucking assholes. I was calling them rude names, not rude names towards gay people, and like obviously, yeah. So that's what these kids are 17, however old they are, and fucking we do dumbass shit when we're young. So
well, and to quote, if you guys aren't familiar with who Tom Segura is, go watch his podcast, Your Mom's House podcast. Big fans. Stop stealing our Twitch viewers. No, I'm kidding. In his latest Netflix special, he talks about words that we don't have anymore, and when we were in high school, words like that were not as offensive as they are today.
Yeah.
They just weren't. Because it's almost like people understood, like, the big one is, like, that's gay. Mm-hmm. I understand not using that nowadays, whatever you think. But for when we were growing up, especially in junior high for us, so around 2007 to 2009, you never said that towards, like, someone who might actually be a homosexual. You're never like, wow, you're gay, like in a constant thing. It was like,
I would. Just kidding.
Well,
just kidding.
You're a cunt. No, I'm
just joking.
It was more described of like someone would say something dumb and be like, oh, that's gay.
Yeah.
And it was never
everything
meant to
was
be
gay. It was just an adjective for everything.
Yeah, for everything. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter what it was or what the circumstances was. But if people find it offensive, maybe it's time to change it. I don't know.
They deserve to be offended. Ryan says, dude, I feel if that exact same situation happened to myself and my friends in high school, I would have reacted a lot worse. Exactly. Right. I think all of us would. And I don't know if you guys have seen that Native American man is not such a good man himself. Apparently, the Marine or whatever military came back and they said, we've never heard of this guy. He's not a veteran. Or at least that's what they're like. If he is, we don't know him.
Right.
And you'll clap me. Clapping them cheeks. But, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's true. But then there's videos of him gathering groups of people and going to harass churches while they're, like, Catholic people while they're at church.
Yeah.
And, like, they were like, they're having church right now. He's like, it's okay, go in. They can't do anything. So he's not such an innocent man himself.
Yeah. I mean,
there's two sides to every story. He was a Marine, but no one served. Oh, but never served overseas. That what it was. I just thought a thing that said like no.
That's crazy.
Okay, I see what it's saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. He was a Marine. Yeah.
It's one of those things too. Like, this is what happened.
So. Damn, that would be like my grandpa saying he was a Vietnam vet. He finished before. He was in Laos. My grandpa was in Laos when Vietnam started. He served extra, but he never was in the Vietnam War. It was when it was kicking off. What's up, beauties? What's up, XL Diamond?
What up, man? How you doing? Yeah, it's crazy. And I guess that's kind of the problem with going viral, too, is guess what? You are now under the microscope. Your whole life is under a microscope for the next, what do you think a viral time period is? 4 to 9 days?
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a school shooting or something crazy. Because, like, no one will be talking about this story, I would say, by the start of February.
Yeah. And
people stop.
And if you're going viral on Twitter, no one takes the facts. They just like, look at this piece of shit. Yeah, they fucking... Yeah, I think that's a known fact.
XL Diamond says Vietnam won that war. Changed my mind.
Yeah, I guess I gotta read him. That's
don't think anyone's gonna change your mind.
Yeah, thanks. Me doing that's why it doesn't make sense for people.
Oh, no, you're good.
But I know that's what when I was listening to our one, yeah, it would be like us sitting here, and then I would like, yeah, fuck you, dude, and then we'd sit here. I was like, damn, I'm not telling anyone what's going on. I'm just so, but yeah. Yeah, Twitter's so, and they were saying the account that posted all that kids' information. I guess it was like a Brazilian account that first started this whole thing. They're like, it was a teacher that was there or something, and then they looked into it like the tweet was posted from Brazil, so it was just someone like not even this country riling folks up. Could you imagine, like, they're like, man, look at all the problems I caused over there. We're just talking about different stuff right now. We're just talking a little bit about the MAGA kids that were getting in, or with that Native American situation that's going on right now. The worst is those Hebrew Israelites. Have you seen what they're doing and
those
shit?
Guys are just...
You fucking MAGA incest babies.
Well, it's not the same group, but what's the group that used to go to... like funerals of Marines?
That's the
and
Westboro Baptist Church. Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, those guys are... because their whole thing was to try and go and rile people up to physically assault them, and then they were all lawyers and would sue.
And they were just fucking nutty. They were saying the reason that Marines were dying overseas because gays were allowed to get married.
Yeah. They're just real pieces of shit. Don't be like those people. So Ryan Matthews says, so basically if you haven't had your light bulb moment yet, when it occurs to you, the media conspires to tell lies to promote an agenda.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I wish people would have that light bulb moment much sooner in their life, because for me it didn't happen until like 3 or 4 years ago that I didn't even know this. So my family is very anti-political. We never ever talk about politics in my house. So growing up, I didn't even know that Fox News and CNN and all those ones were like politically affiliated. I didn't realize that.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that Fox is one way, CNN's one way, and then there's tons of other ones, obviously. Yeah. But I didn't realize that.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want a quick conspiracy, and then I'm going to jump into our first segment?
Yeah.
Do you think... I mean, I haven't heard this online yet, I don't think. Or at least I didn't read it online. This is something that I came up with. I'm sure tons of other people have similar idea. Do you think that caravan of all those, what people were coming from?
Oh, the migrants from, like, Honduras?
Yeah, Honduras. Do you think that was fabricated by
Some of it
some
was.
political group to try and...
Some of it was, but I just know like a lot of it was real because I saw just Mexico was like posting like how Mexico's reinforcing their southern border because of it, which is hilarious. That
where'd they all go? Did they just disperse and...
They're still kind of hanging out. They're just not being covered too much right now. Like And
why did they go the route that they did that was thousands and thousands of miles longer instead of going the route that would have been the Texas route, which would have been much closer for them to cross?
I don't know. They Mexico was kind of routing them a little bit, trying to control, because they were going into their cities and causing problems and stuff in Mexico. Mexico has offered a lot of them jobs and asylum, but dispersed most of them, stuck in Mexico. Yeah, they're just... So yeah, they're still there. There's another caravan, but...
Okay. I was just curious.
It's still, like... Some of the stuff was made up. The extreme... Like, I saw a video, someone filming with their cell phone, them, like basically doing, like, a Hollywood scene of what was going on. Like, they would have, like, actors, like, hey, go do this and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, the caravan was real and stuff. But... Yeah. Or dead because the cartel... Yeah, exactly. The cartel will wipe them out for sure. Like, if they're causing problems with the cartel's money, it'll disappear. Or you won't disappear. Your head will just be on a fucking stake.
Or what's his butt's family down there who fights the cartel?
Mitt Romney's.
Yeah, Mitt Romney's family. The classic.
Yeah, there's a whole Mormon city in Mexico, and they have fucking... like security checks and all sorts of shit.
I think people don't realize that too, that some parts of Mexico are just like America, where there's tons of different cultural groups. That area is not a good area. It's I can't remember what area. I don't know, but like it's like 5 people a week are beheaded and posted on stakes. There,
but that's where they are. It's so funny because the Mormon town's beautiful, nice. They have green lawns, and then like 15 miles away is like just awful area because, you know, cartel and gangs and shit.
Right.
But, yeah, so they have people come in, like the cartel tries to come in and fuck with them. So
all right, so I figure we start off with Sex Shop because
it's always a good one.
It's a classic. I haven't read this one yet because I was sleeping when it got sent over. Everyone listening, our top segment right now, at least in my opinion, is Sex Shop Chronicles. Classic. We have a friend of the stream who lives up in Colorado. She works at an adult entertainment store and just has wild stories all the time. She even said that she had some wild stories this weekend, which we'll hear about sooner or later. So she sends us now biographies of her regular customers. That's right, regular customers at an adult entertainment store that also has an arcade where you can go in and watch booth and, you know, do some stuff in there with
glory
people.
hole hogging.
Some glory hole hogging. And
before you, one sec. We'll answer your question after this segment, Ryan. We'll get back to it, but we're gonna do this real quick. We're not gonna really talk to chat too much during this.
So I'll start off with this episode's bio. His name is Greg. Greg is a regular preview customer. He comes to preview movies every day. He almost always is wearing a white undershirt and gray sweats. He only watches transgender porn, but takes an hour looking through the DVDs before he picks one to preview. He is level 10 creepy, and I hate when he shows up, and I am working alone. He knows every single employee who works at the store since he is here all the time, but he acts like he doesn't and asks the same 5 questions every day. 1, do you guys have free condoms? 2, can you charge me $8 but still give me a large booth? The manager did it once. 3, are you ever going to get those little dicks back in stock? We used to sell these gag gifts called pocket cocks.
That's just weird.
And he would always buy one along with his preview to stick up his ass. 4, if I don't like the movie or if I've already seen it, can I pick another one to watch? 5, can I get a discount? The simple answer to all these questions is no, and he knows that. Yet, he still decides to ask every single day. The other day, Greg got big mad when I told him that I wouldn't switch his movie and told me that he was going to stop previewing movies in the store. He was even more mad when I encouraged him to stop coming altogether. Later that day, I got a call from corporate telling me that they received a complaint about me from Greg. Luckily for me, they reviewed the security footage and said that I did nothing wrong. They told Greg too, and I quote, "Suck it up, she's doing her job." And then her, "Fuck you, Greg." So Greg sounds like a real
I like him.
grade A asshole. But our story this week, 7 out of 10 of our weekend customers are drunk. I guess it comes with the territory. But they love to go to the strip club down the street, get wasted, and then come and fuck around in a sex store. I mean, that sounds fun. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Sometimes it works out for us and they spend $500 on a toy, and sometimes they throw up all over the restroom.
I mean, I think that's what I would do if I was drunk. If I'm walking around trashed after I was at the strip club and see this perfect plump asshole or just fucking ass that I can just bend over and...
All right.
Yep.
How much? You're looking at how much is it?
This will kill my loneliness.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to be lonely no more. I don't want to have to pay for this.
Oh. It's a give and take between the drunk people and the other clientele we cater to. We can have some pretty interesting Friday and Saturday nights. One Saturday night, a gentleman came in and my coworker and I could immediately tell that he was on something.
Fuck.
It took him about 20 minutes to process what the difference between an arcade booth and a preview booth was. My coworker, so the differences between them is arcade is a booth where you can have people in, and a preview is you can just watch porn. So, my coworker and I were telling him that he should go in the arcade, and if he was unsure which to choose, but he insisted on going into the preview booth instead. He paid the $8 in all dimes. Classic. Classic move. He paid the $8 in all dimes and stumbled up the stairs to the preview booths. We knew he probably wasn't drunk at this point, but he was definitely on some kind of drug. About an hour later, I checked to see what was going on in the arcade and the preview booths, and the booth he was assigned, the preview customers still hadn't started their movie. I told my coworker that I would be upstairs if he needed me, and ventured to the preview booths. As soon as I got to the foot of the stairs, I could hear someone snoring. Assuming that the guy just fell asleep in the booth, I banged on the door and told him he has to go. No reply. I pulled open the door, which he failed to lock, and found him sitting crisscross applesauce. Is there an adult way to say that? On the floor. I kicked his leg and told him to get up and get out. I still got no response, and he slumped over on the floor. I pulled out my phone and called the local police non-emergency number. It's honestly pathetic, but I have the damn number memorized because I have to call so much. I answer all their questions, and they say they'll send an ambulance out when they can. But to try and get the man outside of the booth and to lay on his back. I politely declined and told them I would not be touching the man. I don't get paid enough. When the ambulance finally got there, we went upstairs and I showed them the booth. They shook the man and tried to wake him, but still got no response. They pushed him out of the booth and laid him on his back, when all of a sudden something came over this man. His eyes shot open, he started convulsing, and was screaming at the top of his lungs. It literally looked and sounded like the man was possessed. The ambulance somehow managed to strap him down, get him down the stairs. It was definitely a crazy night.
Sounds like a wild one.
So my guess is he was on heroin.
Yeah.
Fucking passed out, and then... Because it isn't... I don't know much about heroin, but isn't that sometimes where you... Like, you can, like, pass out and then wake up and you don't know where you are and your body just is reacting.
Probably. Fuck you up.
Crazy, crazy, crazy stories. Fuck you, Greg, you piece of shit. I know Greg's not the one that passed out, but don't be rude to people.
Greg's just likes little gag dicks up his butt.
Yeah, he likes little gag dicks. All right, so what do we miss on chat here?
So, they were talking about the caravan, but Phoenix Monkey says, do you believe in ghosts?
You know, it's such a tough question. I'm still on the fence and leaning towards no. Forrest and I have done so many different things, gone to so many different haunted places, and I truly think the more that I talk to people and the more stories I hear, I really think that it's all in your brain. I think if you are 100% believe in something, you will eventually see or hear something. But I don't think it's there.
Yeah, I have no idea myself. Some days I'm like, fucking spooky ghosts. Some days I'm like, nah. So I don't know. I would need some fucking... I don't know. I want to see some real shit and I'll say yes.
Yeah, same with me. We've done stuff here because we hear weird shit in this office, and you know, weird stuff goes on around us, but there still hasn't been one thing that's like, yeah.
What is over the garden wall? It's a generic Satan. I'll have to watch it. Your name makes me want to watch it. So
yeah, generic Satan says watch over the garden wall.
What tattoo do you want me to show? I got several.
And XL Diamond asked what weird stuff in the office. We hear constant like...
I'll show in a sec.
We've seen shadows move past our door where there shouldn't be shadows, but it could be from outside, people walking past, even though people shouldn't be walking past. We've heard what sounds like some sort of voices coming from the hallway, but it could just be random things. We've done Ouija boards in here. I mean, I think they're on our videos on here still.
Yeah, Salty was asking when we're going to do one again. Huh. I think I have seen a Cartoon Network original. Damn, I'll have to watch that, actually.
Over the Garden Wall is a Cartoon Network original.
You want to experience weird shit? You can read all the stories you want, but experience it, you will never turn back. I mean, I have had weird shit happen, but I want, like, you know, I want undeniable evidence, which is it's a hard task for. I know that's probably impossible to ask for, but...
Well, in Phoenix Monkey, some of our bigger... I mean, we've told these stories dozens of times throughout the podcast, but some of our bigger experiences were... I think Skinwalker Ranch for us is number one, at least for me.
Yeah.
Because we have video proof and a picture of something out there. We don't know what it was. It looks like a typical alien type thing. We still don't know. We've gone back a couple times, haven't seen anything since. Who knows? We have a couple experiences with the Ouija board. One with one of our regular guests, Chandler, who put a piece of paper in his hand, and someone was asking, you know, the house we were at had paranormal stories behind it. And we put a piece of paper, kind of like, I'll use this for example, in Chandler's hand, and he was holding it, right? And we said, someone moved this piece of paper. And a couple seconds later, it literally looked like someone came over to Chandler and pulled like his pinky and ring finger down. Because, you know, you can stretch it down, but you can't, you know, physically move them down like they're getting pulled. Pulled them down, and then the paper fell out of his hand. And our friend Chandler turned pale white. Everyone was just speechless. It was really weird.
Yeah.
The third experience was at Forrest's house. We were using the Ouija board down in his basement. The little planchette thing, I took my hand off, and Forrest lifted his hand off, and it shot off the table.
Yeah, like, it was real fucking spooky, because, like, yeah, Wes's hand was up, and then it just went funk. So, yeah, we still have the shitty one I made. I want to order a real one, but...
XL Diamond says, okay, fuck that, I'm out, guys. You put that shit away.
Oh, shit, was it too high?
But,
I made it.
No, Phoenix, we both want to experience weird shit. I mean, it's just... I feel like it's a fascination and it's a rush, you know, because we want to know more about the universe in a way, and if there are really ghosts and spiritual things, I don't know. As someone who's more a rational thinker, this is from Phoenix Monkey, as someone who's a more rational and logical thinker, I like to have information that I can read and touch. When that isn't provided, I tend to question the reality of it. But for me, it's 100% real. We agree with you on the rational and logical thinking, because that's our biggest like frustration, is everything that ever happens we try and break it down and we end up turning into not an actual experience.
Yeah.
Because, like, we've had those 2 experiences with the Ouija board, but it's a fucking Ouija board. You can buy them at, well, RIP Toys R Us. You used to be able to buy them at Toys R Us. So is it something that really happens, or is it just a toy?
Yeah, don't know.
I wish we would have been recording both those times, because then we'd be able to go back and we would have that evidence.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, fuck. I'd probably be telling you a different story, because from my memory, it fucking went flying. Yeah. So, but since it was just a memory, maybe something weird happened that it flew, but yeah.
Phoenix Monkey, you say it's 100% real, so I'm curious, like, have you had an experience, or what makes you believe that is 100% real? Because we like to hear the stories, and we like to get more informed on why, you know. For me, all my opinions on stuff are 100% swayable. Because just because I haven't had an experience doesn't mean that I don't believe it. It just means that I'm on the fence, you know. And ghosts and paranormal, ghosts, demons, and different things like that, mythological creatures, I'm on the fence, because if I can't see it with my own eyes, like you were saying, I just can't. I can't give 100% yes or no, you know.
Jesus, going from that one to that one's weird. It tastes like really, like, I don't know, like like hot, like wheat. The beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it gross now?
No, it's not. Like, it's just weird because
it's more your palate was used to the other one.
Yeah, I don't usually switch beers like that, you know. So it'd be like going from like a Coors Light to a Budweiser.
We're right,
because you can tell a difference, but.
XL Diamond says, I don't mess with that demonic shit. It opens doors to spirits to come into your life too. Be careful with that stuff.
That's what I want. Never fucking... I mean, weird stuff happened to me for a while, but come on. Fucking now.
SaltyFrank says, maybe you can order a new Ouija board from Toys R Us using the Ouija board.
Damn, Salty, that's a good one.
Phoenix Monkey says, if you want proof, it's easy to get once you really care to look. I've always been someone who's denied the reality of it because it doesn't make sense.
We've tried all sorts of stuff.
So where would you recommend us looking? Because we do care. I mean, it's not like we sit here and say people who believe in ghosts are dumb. Like, that's not what we're trying to say. It's kind of the opposite. Like,
yeah, like I want to believe, like, just like the X-Files poster, I want to believe. Yeah, I would love for you to send us something.
Yeah, send it over or the whispers or messages, direct messages on here.
Or you can, if you have a Discord.
Yeah, we got a Discord too, which is going to get revamped here soon.
Or you can message us on there.
And because we would love.
Bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf. We love researching it. I mean, that's kind of. For me, it's starting to turn into a little bit of a passion because it's fun and entertaining. XL
Diamond says, what do you define weird shit that's happening in your life? Man, you said stuff and I still said shit. That's funny. I don't know. Just, I've just seen weird things. Depends on what you're talking about, ghosts or aliens or what.
My two weirdest things that I've ever experienced was the one that I mentioned at Skinwalker Ranch where we have something caught on footage.
It looks like a fucking... No, it's a fucking alien.
It is a fucking alien of some sort. Or if it wasn't a real alien, it was someone out there trolling and they did grade A job.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking alien.
The other one for me is an experience I have with my dad. We were just driving to a bank. He noticed something up in the sky. We pulled over... Did you just spill all over your shirt?
Nothing to break in the Topshelfers shirt like a whole lot of beer.
Like a whole lot of beer. Me and my dad were driving to a bank, like I said, and he saw something in the sky. We pulled over, and we watched these 3 lights dance around in the sky for 10, 15 minutes and then shoot off in crazy directions. Show the XL Diamond, what did you see? Show the footage.
I can show you a screenshot.
Yeah, we can show you the screenshot of the picture. The footage is on our friend Chandler's cell phone, and we still haven't got... We need to just get it from him and upload it.
Yeah. Here, I'll just... It's on one of our very first podcasts. We didn't have videos at the beginning. We didn't stream. So I would just put up in the video. I'd edit the pictures in what we were talking about.
I think it's episode 3?
2, I think. 2, 40-something minutes in.
Hey, we got 2 new subscribers on YouTube.
Ooh, nice.
Do you like all the pictures I've been using?
Yeah, they're so clickbait. I fucking love it. That's how people get shit ton of views though.
Yeah, I figure.
It's weird seeing all the different podcast changes over time.
Yeah.
And my hair changes. Oh look, it's still at the fucking. Oh shit, that's not what I would do.
We'll pull it up and put it on the green screen. Just give us 1 second.
Yeah. And hopefully you can see it all right.
To look kind of like your original.
I don't know if you can see that. Let me check actually.
But we don't put much.
Oh, I'm just gonna watch a stream again real quick.
It's weird.
To make sure it pops
weird.
up how it looks when it pops up, and then it'll pull back.
Said,
Okay, yeah.
Some sort of weird.
So Phoenix Monkey says, as crazy and bizarre
Wait, which way is that? Oh, I need to move this
as
way.
the sounds, are
Okay.
you open for me to provide you with an experience that you will have tonight? You've piqued my interest, Phoenix.
Who knows?
Yes, let's.
Did you see XL Diamond? You crazy Phoenix, I'm out.
Yes, Phoenix. Let's
Yeah, it's true.
let's do something. What do you got?
It's a figure. Definitely, it looks like some.
You can
sort
alt tab to the other screen, and it will still be up. I think.
Oh.
Stand.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't know. It looks.
See,
It looks
if
like
you can
what
see
you would
that.
think if you saw an alien.
Scroll up on.
Honestly,
Ours?
that's the best way we can
there
put it.
you go.
It looks. You can see a
So,
form,
for context,
see a
that what
head,
you're seeing, that
see
head-shaped
potentially
thing,
eyes, like,
it looks like it's holding
where the
something.
eyes would be, like,
That
you can
bar
see
is a
over it,
reflection.
and
of,
that's kinda-
So someone took a
Around with
picture
it.
of a
We
phone.
don't know.
So Chandler took a picture of one of our phones, or we took a picture of one of his
Trying to look
phones,
up different
and that's
things
the reflection from that.
nothing we can-
Everything else is the original.
Oh, who's
Yeah.
the
See, that's a
one of the
fuck.
Jedis?
That looks like a head to me.
Looks like that's a.
Kit Fisto.
Yeah, Kit Fisto.
It's fucking alien, man. I'm
Kit
telling
Fisto,
you.
That's who it
I don't
is on the
know.
side of the fucking road
Yeah,
there.
minus the cool ass dread.
That right there to me is the
If
craziest
all Kit
experience
Fisto
we've ever
did
had.
his thing
We
on
didn't
the side
see
of the
this
road there.
It is
live.
just-
No, we didn't. It was on
that
our
was, like,
video
big
later.
as this
Yeah, so we were
happened, like,
driving or whatever, and I believe
4
Chandler
years
said
ago?
to pull
Yeah, a while
over.
ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, because he's like,
Been
what the
back
fuck? Well, at first
several
there
times.
was also in the
Weirdest
video.
part-
There's also a weird light in the sky too.
Yeah,
But
I think we debunked that as a reflection.
yeah, it looks like because it only popped up when we put filters on, so it's
Yeah.
probably something else. But that was weird actually though. But that thing, it was only in looks like a peanut head, right?
Yeah.
It's only in like a short of the video, like a small amount of the video. Like
Yeah.
it's like 3 seconds, and like we had been sitting in the same spot for a while, so there's whole like another hour of video looking at that same area. Like I don't know if we'll try to get more pictures and stuff to show.
Yeah, I'll try and find the
Because
video.
there's a bush sitting there, and the rest of the videos there's nothing by that bush, but only for those couple seconds. I think I don't know, only for a little bit is that fucking thing.
Well, the other interesting part about it is we had our windows down and we started hearing stuff move. So we reversed super hard, and we still hadn't seen that thing.
And well, yeah, there's a fucking shit ton of security there at Skinwalker Ranch.
Right.
Like they're doing some top secret shit.
Mr. Bigelow.
Yeah.
But so we reversed, and what actually ended up scaring us, because you were in the back seat.
I
Chandler,
didn't see it though.
Yeah, Chandler and I were in the front seat. So, and I'm driving, so I reverse pretty quick and trying to back out because it's a one-way dirt road. And me and Chandler and I both at the same time look out the right side, passenger side, and see these big, tall, white legs. And I just we both freak out and end up just being a big old horse right there.
Yeah.
But,
Just that couple seconds of jump scare. Like,
right.
"Ooh."
But we didn't see whatever that was in the bushes live, and only until Chandler started looking at the video on our drive back, because the drive's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
He told us to pull over and look at it, and that's what we saw. And it was obviously something. But we've been back multiple times, and we've seen some weird stuff in the sky, but it could just be satellites.
Yeah.
We've heard weird things, but nothing
Yeah.
So Phoenix Monkey says, do you grant me permission for what's to come? I have to ask because I don't hold myself responsible for any results, actions out of it. Please seriously consider. Curiosity is great, but only when you choose to explore the right path. And this isn't that path. Okay, before you just...
you can take this one.
Before you just jump into... Give me a little I'm not going to tell you yes yet. What are we doing? Because if it's not stream appropriate, we can't do it on here. We're not trying to get banned.
No,
And
I
if
don't think that's the worry. I think your worry is you're gonna get possessed soon.
well,
Then I'm fucking out. You start acting a fool. Have fun.
if it's something that we need to research, I'll do it on my own time. But what is it that we're going to be doing? How long is it going to take? And is it stream appropriate? Those are the three that, if you give me those answers, we'll go from there.
You'll go from there.
I'll go from there. If it's not stream appropriate in your eyes, we will get in contact. We'll do Discord, and we'll make a separate video entirely of doing whatever it is that is going to happen. I'm very intrigued, Phoenix Monkey.
No, Phoenix Monkey's about to...
Axel Diamond says, unfollowed. Nice to know you guys. SaltyFrank says, I can't wait till I have my 2 new demonic friends, Forestus and Westus, the demons. It's not stream appropriate. Hit the vape.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
If it's not stream appropriate, then...
Here, let me see the keyboard real quick. Fat clouds of justice. You're fucking right. You get it, Mr. Coolest.
I like your name.
So what I'm gonna do, Phoenix, is I'm gonna message you.
Ryan Matthews says, did you hear about the people injected with plutonium during the secret U.S. government experience declassified in the 90s? No, but I would love to hear about it.
Oh, yeah.
Who killed Seth Rich? I don't know. Hey,
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks for the follow, though. Appreciate it. We're just messaging right now. But who's Seth Rich? I don't know who that is. I think I put Tinder. There's this new show on, I think it's Hulu, and it is a really fucking dumb show, but it's hilarious. Do you fucking doing this, monkey?
Alright, I just shot you
See
a
that?
message.
You doing some ghost stuff already? So I like it. I'm into it. Permission granted.
Don't say that.
Let's see.
So, Mr. Coolia says, DNC
Oh,
party
gotcha.
employee who died in a robbery where nothing was taken from him.
Oh yeah, fucking
Right after
Hillary
DNC.
fucking Clinton. That's who.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm interested. XL Diamond says I'm interested, but at the same time I'm not. I'm very interested too. I'm curious to see where this is gonna go for summoning.
oh yeah, but there's a show called Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Okay.
And it's like they're Canadian rednecks. It's got what's his name? K. Trevor Wilson, the stand-up comedian, you know. Okay, cool.
Perfect, Phoenix. Appreciate it.
But K. Trevor Wilson, the stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Because he's Canadian too, but he's in it, and it's just like this small country town in Canada, and so they're like Canadian rednecks and stuff, but it's like really dumb but hilarious. Like the one dude, the one episode, he was just fighting other dudes because they're trying to see who the toughest guy in Letterkenny is, and so they just show up to his house because he's the toughest guy, and they're like, I'm the toughest guy in Letterkenny, and then they just like, there's like no pulling hair, stuff like that, and then they just fight, and then he always pulls out a cigarette and lights it, but he's just a country boy and he just fights these. It's like the dumbest, funniest show ever, and Something reminded me of it that one of them said. But yeah, it's fucking great.
I might have to watch that one.
It's like dumb, really. If you're going to it knowing this is going to be a real dumb, funny show, it's kind of like okay,
Earl.
Like Sex Drive, like that kind of dumb humor.
Yeah.
If it's like that style of dumb humor, because they have two dudes in it, and like so it's countries. Oh, like yeah, so there's two dudes that wear tank tops, and then they're just kind of like bros, and then there's a group of meth heads, and they're the dudes that stand under the bridges doing the fucking emo dances. There's a group of them, and they're fucking. But oh god, so funny. The one episode they went to, that's what it was. They went to this Christian youth group, and she was talking, Tinder used to be called Grindr, and it was for gay men, and they were just saying all this crazy stuff about the gays, and then so he's looking at his phone, and then he looks around the room, and like so it's just full of dudes and chicks, just Christian youth, and then all the dudes on there on Grindr, so all the Christian youth are there just to fuck, the dudes are there to fuck each other, they're all gay dudes. It's pretty good.
XL Diamond, keep me in the loop, guys. Yeah, well, if whatever it is that Phoenix wants or is gonna, teach me or show me to do, we'll definitely make some sort of video. If we can't, obviously if it's not stream appropriate, we're not gonna do it live. If it's YouTube appropriate, we'll put it up there and make sure to post it on Discord and stuff. If it's not YouTube appropriate, we'll do it on Patreon, because Patreon allows us to do anything because they're fucking rad.
Except for yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna go any further with that segment.
So, while we're on the subject of creepy stuff, one of our segments that we've been doing are like, hold on.
Yeah, for sure. Oh. Hey, thanks for the host, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. So one of the segments we've been doing is reading paranormal stories online or researching urban legends, anything along those lines. So tonight I have 3 popular urban legends across the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read you guys some of them and get your opinions and all that. Let me pull it up here. Oh no, maybe not. Don't tell me it didn't save. Oh shit.
For your no, you're good. How was your stream, XL Diamond? Did you play anything? Or what were you streaming?
Damn, are you kidding?
Appreciate those though. What was it your story about the Juicy Devil?
Yeah, but no, that was gonna be something different, but I've been using Google Docs for all this, and my Google Docs on my computer didn't save.
Oh shit.
Fuck, that is whacker than shit.
I was gonna say, if it's something we can... What was this one?
So there was Urban Legends, and then there was...
Oh, Overwatch? Nice, dude.
The creature feature for Jersey Devil.
I was gonna say...
Okay, we got it.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I can always just...
I just had to... Since it's offline, they don't like to upload, so I have to manually upload them.
I'll have to play with you again sometime, XL. Ryan Matthew says, because the horrific truth of the atomic testing or unsuspecting victims during the Manhattan Project is true, wasn't revealed to the public until the 90s, so the powers that be don't like it when government secrets are leaked. Yeah, like, what the crazy thing about that is, what kind of crazy stuff are we going to hear in 20 years from now? That stuff was going on right now.
Right.
Or, 10 years ago, whatever, but...
Isn't that the Manhattan Project? Isn't that what the Watchmen character, Dr. Manhattan's based off of?
I think so.
Is the testing?
A lot of people don't like that one. I actually enjoyed that one.
The only thing that bothered me was the fact that Dr. Manhattan's in it.
Yeah.
Because everyone else, no one else, from my understanding, has powers. They're just vigilantes.
Yeah.
But then you have Dr. Manhattan, who is literally more powerful than a god.
Yeah.
He can, change time and do everything. So I felt like it was kind of like, man, this dude's OP as fuck.
That's
He's got
true.
a big old blue dong. But I don't know. Salty Frank says, at XL Diamond, I'm going to have to pop into your stream one day. I'll call you a weeb. This ghost story one's taking forever to load. So I'm going to switch. We'll do the urban legends in a couple minutes, a little bit later in the show.
Based on fiction? What's based on fiction?
While we're doing our segments, we're not going to read chat so we don't interrupt the segment. Yeah, because we've been posting these segments everywhere, and it gets a little convoluted when we're going through the story, and then
so we'll do this, and then while he's doing the segment, we'll try to keep talking to chat a minimum until he's done talking. So he'll read it out, and then we'll talk more. But
so tonight's creature feature is the Jersey Devil. And what we're doing with creature features, we're researching mythological creatures, cryptids, anything along those lines. And I'm trying to find out where they originate from, what they're all about, why there's even stories based around them. So like I said, I'm doing the Jersey Devil. The story of the Jersey Devil has become layered with myths and variations, obscuring the original events that gave rise to it. Not surprisingly, considering the story comes from colonial-era political intrigue, Quaker religious infighting, and future founding fathers. And this article is done by Brian Regal. Most skeptics and students of the outre know the story of the Jersey Devil. Sometime in the early part of the 18th century in the New Jersey forest called the Pine Barrens, which the Pine Barrens also has a few other interesting things going on with it. A woman known as Mother Leeds gave birth to her 13th child and cried out, "Oh, let this one be a devil." The child arrived with horse-like head and bat-like wings. It yelped menacingly and flew up and out of the chimney, disappearing into the dark to spend the centuries accosting anyone unfortunate enough to encounter it. The commonly held story of the Jersey Devil bears no resemblance to any sort of reality. However, the story is one born not of a blaspheming mother, but of colonial-era political intrigues, Quaker religious infighting, almanac publishing, a cross-dressing royal governor, family reputations, and Benjamin Franklin, which is obviously that's pretty fucking crazy. There are legions of books and websites devoted to the Jersey Devil, but they rehash material or copy other websites without any attempt to verify sources or check original materials. If you look to the historical record with the keyword of Jersey Devil, you would find little factual or reliable evidence. Reviews of newspapers, pamphlets, and broadsides from colonial New Jersey show no reference to a Leeds Devil, see below, we'll get to that, or anything like it. Reports of children killed by the creature or an attempt by a local government to exorcise the Leeds Devil in the 18th century have no supporting documentation. Also, the central protagonists, the Quakers, did not perform exorcisms. As a result, the story of the Jersey Devil's origin has been shrouded in monster tales that obscure the far more interesting historical events. Here is a reassessment of the mythos. Daniel Leeds. The European settlement of New Jersey, originally named Nova Caesarea, began in the 1620s. Settlers came predominantly from England. They were mostly members of the religious order, the Society of Friends, commonly called Quakers.
Phoenix.
Commonly known as Quakers. They were delighted to discover large tracts of land all but empty of people nestled between Manhattan and Philadelphia. The first royal governor of New Jersey, Edward Hyde, Lord Cornbury, 1661 to 1723, is remembered as one of the most vile-filled and hated governors of colonial America. He also stands accused of being a cross-dresser, a portrait believed to be Cornbury hangs in the New York Historical Society and shows him dressed as his aunt, Queen Anne. However, a recent reappraisal of his I don't know what that word. His career shows there's a little but slander and a little slander concerning Cornbury's cross-dressing. Regardless of whatever Cornbury was, a fiscal scoundrel or a cross-dresser, his connection to the Jersey Devil story is weird but important. When Lord Cornbury received his orders to take charge of New Jersey in 1702, the document included a list of his counselors, one of whom was Daniel Leeds. Born in Leeds, England, Daniel Leeds arrived in Burlington in 1677. A devoted Quaker, he claimed to have had visions as a young man. His first wife died while in England, so he married a second time in 1681. This wife, Anne Stacy, gave birth to a daughter, though neither survived the birth. He then married Dorothy Young, who also died, though not before producing 8 children by 1699.
Ooh.
So he was booking.
Laying pipe.
He married a final time to Jane Abbott Smout in 1682. Oh, Smout, period. In 1682, Daniel Leeds joined the local assembly. He also held the title of Survivor General. In the 1690s, Survey General, Jesus. He surveyed and acquired land in the Giant Egg Harbor near the Atlantic coast. He handed this property down to his sons as a family seat, and it comes to be known as Leeds Point, the location most associated with Jersey Devil. He created an almanac, personally, and a lot of people think that the almanac was... He faked the Jersey Devil to create this almanac, to sell the almanac.
Okay. Makes sense.
And he posted tons of crazy stuff in it, saying that, there's this devil, how it was born, what it does, why it attacks people. Lots of paragraphs I'm not going to read.
Could you imagine if we had the ability to go back in time and, try to live in their time period, and we write a book and just or just things we would do, just the crazy shit, how famous or killed we would get.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that, we could change fucking history. We could simply do something so basic, and that could literally make us look like gods in the eyes of history forever.
Right. It'd be crazy.
So I understand this dude.
Yeah. So the final thing, the Jersey Devil in the Pine Barrens area of New Jersey, with its thick and seemingly impenetrable forest, dark and forbidding in the heat of summer, mysterious yet beautiful in the snows of winter, so unlike the industrial urban blight most associate with the state, make a fine place for the birth of a monster. During the pre-revolutionary period, the Leeds family, who called the Pine Barrens home, soured its relationship with the Quaker majority. The Leeds Almanac was seen as inappropriate, while his Temple of Wisdom bordered on the heretical, and he publicly accused of being Satan's hairbringer. His other writings, such as the Trumpet Sounded, attacked Quakerism and its founder, George Fox, directly. The Quakers saw no hurry to give their former fellow religionists an easy time in circles of gossip. His wives had all died. He had several children. His son Titan stood accused by Benjamin Franklin of being a ghost and of having been resurrected from the grave. The family crest had winged dragons on it. In a time when thoughts of the independence were being born, these issues made the Leeds family political and religious monsters. From all this, over time, the legend of the Leeds Devil was born. Reference to the Jersey Devil do not appear in newspaper or other printed material until the 20th century. The first major flap came in 1909. It is from their sightings of the popular image of the creature, bat-like wings, horse head, claws, and general air of a dragon. became standardized. The elements that led to the creation of the Jersey Devil are by and large unknown to even monster aficionados. The Quaker rivalries, the Almanac Wars, Daniel Leeds and his son Titan, as well as their mysterious family crash, drifted into the mist of time, leaving only the vague motion of a frightening denizen of the Pine Barrens. Even the Leeds Devil was all but forgotten, its fragile memory remodeled into the cartoonish Jersey Devil, while Mother Leeds, as much a phantom as her supposed offspring, materialized out of the forest of Leeds Point. In the 21st century, as Rubes searched the woods off the Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway for a bat-winged beast, the ghost of Daniel Leeds and his family may just be waiting and smiling at the absurdity of it all. So, it kind of sounds like the Jersey Devil is just something fake, and it's been more popularized lately just because, everyone researches paranormal and creatures. But it just sounds like this gentleman created it to sell an almanac, make money, and it's always just been a urban legend since then that, you go out to those Pine Barrens, you might get killed. Sounds
like a good Joseph Smith character.
Yeah, exactly. It is weird that Ben Franklin thought that his son was a ghost.
Yeah.
I wish they hit on that a little bit more, but they don't.
We'll have to try to maybe do some research.
Classic. Where'd everybody go?
Where did all the people... I think Twitch is just messing up, because look, it doesn't even show us.
What does it show on the Steam Labs?
Same thing. Yeah, now it shows usually us, the bot. And
are we still live?
Yeah. See?
Well, yeah, I know that we're live there, but...
Oh, yeah, it's just because that's Google, so it'd be, us watching it back, yeah.
Oh, wait. Go back to that? The mic? Oh. Huh.
Twitch is just being twitched.
You want to refresh that page? I don't know.
Yeah, see.
Huh.
It's not even showing he's there. That's neither is Streamlabs. So.
Huh. Twitch, what you doing, boo?
For our side, it's just showing that no one's in our viewers. Like, if I click on it, people listening, usually it shows like, see, now it's showing a little better.
But it says our bot's not there. Try and do the exclamation point Discord.
And Salty's there for sure, and says he wasn't.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Twitch is just being big dumb.
Oh well.
Nothing you can do. Sucks to suck, Twitch.
I wish that this would load. It's not loading. Oh yeah, it did.
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said.
I'm gonna take a bite of this triangle donut.
I know. I'm thinking about doing donut stuff. I gotta pee first. I got 24 ounces in me, baby.
About to be 2 inches, too.
The next 2 hours of the stream is just us slowly eating donuts until we throw up.
Pretty good. M-Dub says, Twitch is perfect all the times. Yeah, every single time. Twitch can do no wrong. Twitch loves its users and viewers. Don't forget to use your Twitch Prime, because that pays their salaries at Twitch. What up, Nick Joy, my boy? How are you doing tonight, Nick Joy and M-Dub? We just got done reading, doing our creature feature for the evening about the Jersey Devil. Kind of interesting. Just sounds like it was 100% urban legend. Nick Joy says, "Oh, I'm great. How are you guys doing?"
High kick.
Oh yeah. One of these days you're gonna pull your hamstring.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a hammy real good. I need to stretch before I start pulling those moves.
We've been doing well, Nick. I'm glad that you're doing great.
M-Dub, what's up?
And I'm glad you're doing good, M-Dub. It's been a fun evening so far.
Yeah.
Besides Twitch giving us the fucking dab.
Twitch is causing problems. It's gonna be my new song.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's make a rap called
Yeah.
Twitch Problems.
Right. Man, this one's a real spooky one. I almost want to save this segment for Friday, and then maybe do we have guest Friday?
Possibly.
Okay, because if not, we can always do more funny stuff.
Yeah.
It's just fucking up our chat stuff, but I was gonna say,
Nick, it's just
I was gonna
doing
say,
weird
because then
thing.
I can always find
several
videos and put them. I could always download the videos and make a whole thing.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, all right, get ready. We're about to switch. We're going in commentary mode, so maybe we'll have to save that one. And
Yeah,
then-
so we're thinking about doing some voiceover commentary over some funny videos
and try to do it spontaneous live.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be real funny if we did it afterwards. But I was thinking us doing it live, like, just
it put us on the spot a whole lot
I think
more.
it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. Damn.
Be entertaining for people to watch. That's what I was saying. It's not really great podcast material. It's good watching podcast material.
That'd be awesome. Sweet. Glad you think so. We're definitely gonna do it, M-Dub.
So, but yeah, it'd be good to stream and put on YouTube, but people that listen to iTunes would just like hear us, oh, come here, little ducky.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are they doing? So. Hey, what's up, Paco Ray? Is that right?
Buckle Ray. So I got the hard-hitting question for you. It's a little different. It's a would you rather.
Okay.
For the rest of your life, would you
Yes.
rather...
Just kidding.
Perfect. Only be able to listen to music and no movies, or vice versa. Only be able to watch new
So
movies.
either just movies or just music?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You
I
can
probably-
still intake other sources of media. Like you still do YouTube or, watch Twitch
That's
or whatever.
fucking tough. So if I pick movies, I can't ever listen to music again?
Yeah.
Damn,
And if
that's
there's,
tough. So
if there's music in movies, your brain just automatically
So
mutes
I
it.
was right, M-Dub. Pronouncing Twitch usernames is so much fun. But, shit, I don't know.
It's tough.
See, I was thinking only movies, too, but the rest of my life would be so fucking boring. Like, if I what about TV shows? Is that considered movies?
That's considered.
So I can
Well,
watch...
no. You can. TV shows have no bearing.
So I can watch TV shows?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll pick music.
Music.
Because, I can watch TV shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
No. So in this hypothetical, anytime you hear anything,
So just movies aren't
yeah.
allowed.
Yeah, so if you go over to my house and there's a movie on, it would just look blank to you.
Okay.
And you wouldn't be able to hear volume or anything. And same goes for music. If you hear music anywhere, it'll just be... Now, the reason why I asked this is how weird would it be if you didn't do music in places where, like, there's just background music playing, you would never hear it.
That would be weird.
It'd be kind of weird, because I don't think we
Footloose
think about...
would be a whole different movie.
Yeah, it'd be a whole different... Why are they just dancing? But it'd be weird because I don't think we ever realize how often music plays in random places until it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I just pictured just Footloose without the music. We may have to make this video. Just like... Going to a rave and being able to hear everyone clear. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man. Paco says I created this account when I was 14 through 18. Sorry. No, don't be sorry. I created my username, which is WestDog on everything, when I was like 12. WestDog's not a good username. What pisses me off is there's another WestDog out there, motherfucker, who beats me to every goddamn website.
Is that why you gotta be West Doggy Dog?
Yeah, that's why I gotta be West Doggy Dog. It's real annoying. I just wanted to be West Dog.
Can I sing to Forrest in this scenario?
No.
So if Salty sings to me, I just don't hear it?
Yep, you just
So
don't
what if
hear
he
it.
talks to me?
Yeah, if he talks to you, it's fine. But if he starts
That's what we
harmonizing,
can do next. That would go with good with spooky stuff. Salties.
oh yeah, absolutely. Nick Joy says, "Oh no! I saw the name on stream and thought I sent a message." Oh, gotcha. So yeah, I have 3 urban legends I can read to you guys, or we have a new thing where SaltyFrank.
You thought you were typing in Spanish, Nick Joy?
Or SaltyFrank has narrated a story for us that we're going to listen to. We don't know anything about it, and we're going to try and interpret it. Well, not interpret it, but we were going to get our first reactions of it.
Yeah. So?
Imagine watching movies with no soundtrack. It's very true.
That was so weird.
There's going to be movies where the soundtracks are...
Make the movie fucking Django Unchained without fucking music, just a whole lot blasting.
It's going to be real weird.
Alrighty, guys.
So
Salty did a fucking... If you guys know what Reddit no sleeps are and creepypastas and stuff like that, our boy SaltyFrank did a reading for us. We haven't heard it yet.
He's helping alleviate me because I've been reading a bunch of them.
So instead of... Yeah, Wes, like for you guys that usually... Or here, Wes usually reads them out on... God, Jesus, burping. But Wes usually reads them out on stream. But this way, me and Wes can just listen. Both of us listen. And Wes doesn't have to read. And so...
Oh, no, don't be sorry, Salty. No. You don't have to edit. We're excited to hear it. So, do you happen to have the creator of the story's name? It's called...
I think he says it in it.
Traffic. Okay, perfect.
I heard like the first 5 seconds because...
So we're going to turn this on now. We're not going to read chat during it just so we don't interrupt it.
If I read chat, we're not going to respond. I'll type back to you if you ask,
Yeah, Forrest and I might bounce off some funny stuff to each other.
Yeah, but I'll type back to you if I have to, like I have been. But yeah, we're just going to not respond
to chat. Start it up right now.
Boom. Reddit user Dice
hold on, I got to turn that up. Is yours quiet?
Yeah.
I don't know how long the battery on my laptop...
One sec. I gotta turn up our volume here.
God, his voice gets me so
sensational. Oh shit, that's not it.
Gets me more erect than a fucking...
I didn't prepare for the volume part of this.
U-boat shooting a fucking missile. Just erect.
So, where it is. Okay, right here. So, let me pull that up, and then let's turn this up a bit. Okay, let's go. It might play over a couple times.
Traffic Jam by Reddit user Diced Christian.
A little more. Thanks. Yeah, Salty fucking... Oh, shit. Kill him. And then... Let me turn up just a little bit more. We'll do there. Actually, we'll do a little loud. That was actually probably loud for you guys to hear. The boing! Alright, ready?
Yep.
I don't know how long the battery on my laptop will last, but I have to try and explain to you what's happened to me. At very least, for my insanity.
Is that still quiet?
No.
There's no Wi-Fi, but as soon as it gets back...
I'll turn up just a tiny bit more, and then restart one more time. Sorry, everyone.
We'll turn our mics down during the story.
Okay. So we'll turn us down. How did that sound, Salty, going through so far?
This is our first time doing this, so bear with us while we go through the process of setting it up. Once it's set up once, we won't have to fuck with it.
I might be able to turn up the volume on. On SoundCloud. Maybe not. Hello. We'll just turn up this a little bit more. Oops. Sorry guys, that's pretty loud. If that's loud, I'm sorry. I don't mean it to be loud. Alright, that should be good. Start it over.
Reddit user Diced Christian. I don't know how long the battery on my laptop will last, but I have to try and explain to you what's happened to me. At very least, for my own sanity. There's no Wi-Fi, but as soon as it gets back, if it gets back to proper civilization, this email should still send, as long as I'm stuck in this traffic jam that seems like it will never end. I know you think you know how this feels, but something is seriously wrong this time. Let me start from the beginning. It was Friday when I left work. I was actually looking forward to my long drive home. On a good day, it still takes 40 minutes before I see my apartment's front gate. But even tired after a long day crunching numbers, I was looking forward to having dinner with you. I also appreciated my relatively quiet trek with just classic rock DJ for company. However, things went wrong almost immediately. I turned into a sea of red lights when I reached the road that fed into the main highway. Construction blocked all but one lane. I cursed under my breath, but this wasn't unusual. I was mostly upset that I hadn't checked for traffic before heading out. So I sat there, not much else to do. I didn't even put my foot on the gas, just to take it off the brake every now and then.
Oh, sorry.
At least there was some progress. I could still remember the nightmare after the last hurricane hit town. I tried to use the parking lots I had experienced then to keep perspective now, and it worked. Soon I found myself speeding up as I entered the construction zone. Even better, the next was green before I hit it and breezed right through and up the ramp to the highway. Unfortunately, my newfound good mood was ruined as an upcoming truck failed to slow down and nearly smashed into me. I hit the brakes and the horn hard enough that my wrist hurt. The blue truck blared a train horn in response, and the driver actually pulled up in the next lane, slowed down, all to just give me the finger through our windows. He was quite possibly the ugliest man I had ever seen. Long, oily black hair framed a wide face with wild, bulging eyes, bulbous nose. A thick black beard obscured even his mouth, and dirt seemed smeared all over his face, hands, and the blue overalls he was wearing. I shuddered and turned away. He wasn't worth yelling at or even returning the rude gesture. Instead, I tried to focus on the road ahead. Already, traffic was getting thicker. I mentally estimated this trip would take an hour today.
I love hearing Salty say
I turned
thicker.
up the radio just as my favorite song was coming on. I was happy that anything was finally going my way. I was too busy jamming to notice that the more cars were surrounding me by the minute, and we were getting slower and slower. But then, that darn truck swerving into my lane just because I was nice enough not to tailgate. I resisted the urge to honk my horn this time. I really didn't want another face-to-face with that horrible man. I tried to turn the music on louder, but there was no ignoring the traffic now. It was becoming a real stop-and-go jam. So I changed the station to the local news and waited patiently for the traffic update. When they finally got to the point, the reporter mentioned a car fire on an unrelated road and a wreck in an upcoming lane, but they just offhandedly mentioned my side was running a little slow. I thought this meant whatever happened was recent and not even in the news yet. Either way, I knew that I was in for a long haul now. I switched back to the music and tried my best to ignore my growling stomach. Like most days, I had worked through lunch. I made up for it with big dinners, but my kitchen was still very far away. I dug around my center console and found a few pieces of hard candy still wrapped. It was better than nothing, so I sucked away at them while occasionally moving. I'm not proud to admit, but I zoned out while dancing in my seat. It was a coping mechanism. This helped, and I managed to cover several miles, even going as slow as we all were, without really paying attention. I didn't start again until my eyes happened to catch the clock. I had been driving for an hour already. Minutes. An hour? This had to be the result of a massive accident. I craned my head around, looked for helicopters. Nothing was in sight. After switching back to the news, waiting for an update, they still didn't mention anything major about the road I was on. I couldn't believe how little progress we made, but this was when I realized I wasn't sure exactly where I was. We were in between road signs, and I couldn't see any recognizable landmarks on either side of the elevated road, just trees. It was getting darker, and we were moving forward. Otherwise, I might have actually worried about getting caught in a short time loop. Essentially, life wouldn't change for me much. I continually mainly pressed the brake and occasionally letting my foot up, but traffic seemed even slower than when I first zoned out. I grabbed my phone and tried to call you. Not only did I desperately need the company, I trusted you would be more accurately able to pinpoint why I was going so slow, but the phone just rang and rang. It never even went to voicemail. I promised I would have left one if I could. Instead, I pulled up into the outer lane and resolved to use the next exit lane. I could find a fast food place and wait this whole mess out in comfort, but I didn't see an upcoming exit, or even a sign for one. I just kept inching forward, while getting hungrier, grumpier, and angrier.
Reminds me of
That's
me.
when I saw the stupid blue truck come up fast in the shoulder lane. He clipped
Yeah,
my mirror as
Salty
he
not
passed.
getting
This time
sheets.
I honked loud, long, and impotently, as it turned out. The blue truck didn't even slow down and was soon out of sight. Enraged, I threw my phone at the center console, slamming my hands against my armrests. Tears of frustration threatened to fall, but my emotions soon turned to regret, as I realized both my phone and radio had been broken during the fit of rage.
Damn.
No more music, no more
How mad was
hope
he?
of outside contact.
Oh, you're gonna start
Not
going
without rolling
crazy.
down my window at least. At this thought, I looked over and really began to notice people driving around me for the first time. At first, I thought it was just a window tint, but everyone had gray skin, lifeless eyes, in the same exact position of their hands, at 9:03 in the steering wheel. I kept moving. Was this some kind of prank? Did I die earlier on this trip?
10 and 2,
Whatever was
motherfucker.
going on, I couldn't stop myself from following the rules of the road. I drove in silence several more miles. I didn't know what to do next, but I couldn't deny I was
He's gonna end
facing
up
some
like
kind of
these gray
supernatural
people.
threat.
Damn.
Now that I was paying closer attention, the continued lack of road signs and exits made this road as alien to me as if I was driving on another planet. Feeling a little braver, I experimented. First I stopped driving, the other cars just went around me. No one honked or called me a slur as they passed. Then I tried reversing, in response the other cars behind me, and in front, stopped and formed an impassable roadblock. Finally I threw caution into the wind and sped up as fast as I could with the little space I had. I hit the car ahead of me while going just 10 miles.
I prefer only
There
new
was
and
a jolt,
salty.
and the front of the car crumpled little. There was zero damage to the other car, and it didn't even move an inch.
What?
Driver I hit never looked back.
Get out and start
I
fighting.
pulled a blue truck and found myself flying down the shoulder as fast as I could manage. I began to see his last actions in a new light. Could he be in the same boat as me and realize it sooner? As far as I could tell, we weren't repeating the same stretch of road. We were moving forward, but I had no clue where to. As I sped up, the drivers and the other cars began to look more and more monstrous in my peripheral vision. The optical illusion made their faces appear to elongate and gain extra features like 6 eyes and multiple mouths.
What the fuck?
My curiosity got the better of me, and I finally glanced over at all the cars whizzing past more carefully. My eyes were off the road for just a split second, but I could see the car I passed in that time with perfect detail. There was no optical illusion. The driver was still gray-skinned, but with a long, upside-down, tear-shaped head. He had just 2 eyes, but they were the size of fists and located on the sides.
What? He's a fucking
He
hammerhead.
just had 2 nostrils inside of a full nose, and his face ended with a tiny, dripping,
It's
lipless
goddamn
mouth.
Voldemort.
It is.
His fingers were curled around the steering wheel multiple times, like a fistful of snakes.
What the fuck?
I might have screamed, but not for long. I slammed on the brakes even before noticing the blue truck in front of me. Maybe I had earned a sixth sense about things like this from traffic jams I endured in the past, but I barely stopped with just a foot to spare. Automatically, I signaled into a lane next to me. To my surprise, the car behind slowed to a stop to let me in. I was acutely aware every driver now was a grotesque mockery of human life, except one, I hoped. To meet him properly, I entered the outer lane and drove up beside him with my window rolled down. To my horror, I found the driver had not stopped voluntarily. His truck had looked normal from behind. From the side, it was half as long as it used to be. I hadn't noticed a tree until now, but a thick black trunk had grown up through the pavement. Far above us, the tree looked similar to a perfect pine tree, but with every leaf red.
Damn.
The traffic stopped completely as my window lined up with what was left of his. It took me some time to realize his head was actually partially outside the vehicle, only recognizable by the strands of oily black hair on top. Still, I found myself unable to look away. I was stuck there for ages, watching red paste drip until the traffic finally moved on. That was 2 days ago. Since then, I've learned much about this world I'm in now. Days and nights are exactly 13 hours long each. If I get out of my car, so does everyone else, and they slowly start to move near me. I'm not sure when it started, but they all now stare at me all the time. The fuel gauge hasn't moved lower since I started the trip. I still need sleep, but it doesn't seem like anyone else needs to. And those trees are popping up more and more. I'm so hungry. I'm not sure if I'm going to last to find out what this has all been for, but I do feel like the end is coming in soon. The trees have blocked the outer lanes entirely, and we've all moved down to just one lane. I've pulled over to write this email. When I'm done, I'll merge back in and keep driving. Until the end either way. But I hope you're okay and you didn't get too mad when I didn't show for dinner. I'm really sorry for multiple reasons that I missed it. But I'm mostly sorry that I missed you, Mom. I love you. Goodbye.
Jesus.
Damn, that was fucking...
Look around my neck for the session.
Oh.
Crazy bitch.
Jesus. Started playing
some grains.
our other boy. I don't know why I started playing that, but
Damn, that was 10 out of 10.
yeah.
I wonder what... So, Salty, since you obviously read that one, what's your interpretation of it? Do you think he's dead and these are like demons?
Sorry guys, sorry about the fucking bing. Turn that down.
Or do you think it's like some alternate dimension he's in?
That was wild.
10 out of 10 agree. God damn, Salty. I don't know how often you want to do this, if you want to do it per episode, but you're fucking...
I'd love to hear you read all day, baby.
Yeah, your voice is just so... Yeah. Do you want to turn the alert box back on if it's...
Oh, yeah. I still want it to, like, us to be in this deep story, and then all of a sudden just fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just blow our eardrums out. Yeah, sorry guys, I turned off the alert box while we were listening to that because I was afraid it was gonna
They changed this around.
Changed all of it. I'm just gonna do fuck. Just do all of them. Oh fuck. It does this. Oh, it's there? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Salty says, "Hell to me is waiting in lines."
I don't know. Sounds like hell. Yeah. That one was good.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
We'll split that. Yeah, that was fucking wild.
Paco says deep. Yeah, that one was...
That
does sound like hell, because think if you were just trapped in some sort of endless road.
So the dude in the blue truck, was he just trying to escape and then a tree...
Kind of
was that just...
like.
Well, who is that guy? Who's that fucking... Oh.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah. Testing out the alert box.
Yeah, that one was fucking... I like that one. Where did you... Was that a Reddit No Sleep or was that a creepypasta?
That was Reddit No Sleep because it was the Reddit... He said the Reddit user at the beginning.
Oh, did he? Yeah. I didn't know if he just said bye.
But I think it's a classic wrong turn story, getting lost in a menial task and ending up in another world. Yeah, I don't know. I understand too, like what you're saying there.
Brain sometimes.
Just repetitive. Oh yeah, I read no sleep. But yeah, just the repetitive fucking like you start getting trapped in this repetition.
Yeah,
seems like hell.
It's a great story about just life in general. That if you do get caught in those, like I'll tell you this much, they're not like miserableness, but when I was working every day with for the commercial cleaning, sometimes you're just tired of listening to music, sometimes you're just tired of listening to stand up, so you just don't have anything going. And those nights, I swear, were my most, like, in my head, my most creative nights. And I would just come up with all these different, like, stories or creepypastas or anything because of how menial the tasks are. Because it's work that once you get a pattern, you're just going to do the same pattern every single time.
Yeah, without even thinking about it.
Yeah, not even thinking.
Yeah, it happens to me too. Like, a lot of nights now, my notes are so fucking long now. Yeah. Just because, like, I can... And, like, me stopping to type stuff, it's like I've gotten so, like, like it's not any slower.
No.
I can like type like for what seems like 20 minutes, and I'm still gonna get the work done because I'm so fucking good at it now. But it's I don't think about working ever.
No.
Like half the time, like I'll get. I'll be working for an hour, like, shit, did I do it? And I have to go back and check to make sure I did stuff.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't know if I even worked, just barely.
You zone out.
My body just was working for me while my mind was doing stuff. It's like two different people.
Salty says, I think what the tree thing was is the tree instantly sprouted up through the road and his car.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but why? Stopping that guy from moving along. Yeah, the food part's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Man, that.
No sheets, dog.
Yeah.
That would be a hell, though, if you're just trapped in some sort of. I mean, I don't even know if it's like a mental thing, but you're just. And the fact that if he gets out of his car, everyone else gets out of his car.
It moves closer to him.
Yeah.
But I think that the hunger thing might be good, though, because then it proves that maybe you're going to die, because being trapped into the eternal... If that's all that would ever happen.
Oh, yeah, I'd much rather just be done.
Yeah. If there's a show I'm watching, I'm not going to tell you what show, just in case you watch it, or what person it is in the show. There are people watching, but there was a person that they've lived forever. They're one of the oldest people, like, in history, and they've tried every single way they could just to fucking die. Like, just because they, like, they still live like a person, stopped eating stuff, and they will die, but they always come back to life. Like, so, like, they get cut up into bits or something, they just will wake up back alive again.
Yeah.
So, like, that would be, like, living forever, and if you die, you're just back. So,
I think something I'm going to work on for this, segment that whatever we want to call this.
Frank's Fantastic Fun Time.
There you go. Is I'm going to revitalize and redo the creepypasta I wrote, and then maybe have Salty or myself read it.
I've been having... Fuck, I wish I could think of my last stream. I've been having fucking... Like, like night terror nightmares. Like, wake me up. Like, I sleep for an hour at a time nightmares, and I wake up every hour.
Yeah, that's weird.
And, like, fuck, why can't I remember right now? They're so fucking clear, too, and they're fucked up.
You need to just go by. I have tons of them at home. I can bring you
I don't
one.
know why I can't remember them right now.
You just get a little tiny notebook.
Yeah.
And then just scribble while you're... What?
On the wall.
Oh, what is that?
It's a spider. I killed his brother over here.
Motherfucker. He's a big boy.
That's what, yeah, so is he. And he is no longer.
Welcome to the wall, friend.
I didn't clean him up for like a month, so
He just kind of decomposed.
Yeah. It was funny, people would just be sitting on the podcast and I noticed there's a crushed spider above their head.
SaltyFrank starts with an L, ends with an R, right?
SaltyFrank, please tell me the name. Wait, SaltyFrank, just tell me the name, please. Or the actors.
What do you mean, Paco?
Yeah, his name is Frank. It is so funny when we were doing the rabbit watching a video. He's like, I put my name as Salty because I don't think you know my real name. Know your name. Now, about the show, please? Oh. Shit.
Oh, well, that's fine. I mean...
Oh, you fucking knew? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking? I gotcha. I understand now. It is, yeah, it's Lucifer.
Yeah.
I won't tell you who it is in Lucifer. It's a biblical character, but...
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salty, I think that...
It's not a spoiler. Yeah, it's not really. It'd be a spoiler if I said who it was, because there's like 3 episodes you don't know it's them.
I know
it's
that...
Cain, though.
Oh, well...
From the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't know who Cain is in the show, so...
Yeah. Is Abel in it?
No, Abel's fucking dead. Because remember Cain killed Abel?
Yeah.
Actually, Abel is in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of... What kind of story?
Abel is in it a little bit because, yeah.
Does Cain kill Abel in the show?
No. Abel does die for a second time though.
Fuck, he has a rough go at it, man.
You're the first murder ever, and you also get murdered again.
Yeah. Do you like this?
Yeah.
Is this?
I like that wag.
But yeah, Salty. I know you've talked about becoming a voice actor, but
He was looking at stuff the other night while we were
I don't know what you got to do.
Discordian.
I know it sounds dumb, but have you ever thought about doing some sort of ASMR stream? I know that they're kind of frowned upon and people get made fun of, but I think people would listen to you just because of how your voice is. It's this combination of relaxing, soothing, but at the same time it has like this, I want to call it like a mysterious presence around it because of how calm and relaxing it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love for you to do as many readings as you want. I don't want it to turn into like some sort of. Maybe let me whisper. I don't want it to turn into some sort of thing like you have to.
I think you have to.
Whenever you want, would love to have more. Let me tell you something you might like, dear. You got a sexy ass body. Your ass looks soft.
Salty. I'm gonna make up stories, and then you're gonna send back stories like that of you reading them. So it's gonna be a surprise for Wes. You won't know which ones are the no sleeps or which ones were stories that I wrote.
Damn, I like that.
So all of a sudden you're sitting here, you're like,
this is weird. What is this about?
then he put in a thing of dip.
Put a good dip in.
I might do it real southern, so Salty's true voice has to come out.
There you go. I think we've only caught a couple glimpses of Salty's old southern roots. That goddamn Bible Belt.
Bible boy.
Yeah, I don't know if you listened to any of the Bible boys, but there is definitely something wrong with it. I'm still going to upload it, but the audio is super fucked. The one that I read, it almost sounds like your mic was off.
The newest one?
Yeah.
The video was bad too. Maybe we'll just have to do it again. Because remember, the video was god awful.
The video was great on my end after I rendered it.
Oh, really?
Looks great.
Oh, really?
But the audio, it doesn't sound like it was an audio like problem with like
the file.
It sounds like either the mic was turned off or it was on a weird setting.
Huh.
We can pull it up after. It's on YouTube. Just waiting to go on Patreon.
It's the 2-parter one that I.
Yeah, and I've merged them together, and it's just I don't know if it was like because I know you were sick that day, but I don't think that you'll have to see. It was weird. Salty Frank, does your creepypasta have multiple characters, Wes? Yes, it will have. It has like 2 main characters and then a couple side characters. Salty Frank got off. Let's see what you did there. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was strange because mine sounded clear. I think it was like maybe your mic was just muted on accident.
Damn. Typical.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I guess it's only that little bit.
Yeah.
That's when I accidentally clicked too, and so it fucking disappeared.
And it's a short one too, so I mean,
yeah,
we'll have to record another one here in a couple days. Get back on the Bible boys.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite things to read, honestly, because it's just
fucking wild. Once we get to the actual Bible itself, that one's gonna get fucking weird. I'm not excited because that's a Book of Mormon's the only one I've read the Bible through, but a long time. But the Book of Mormon, I've never actually read all the way through. So once we start getting into it, we're gonna hear. Actually, we have heard some wild stuff, but we're gonna hear some more wild stuff for sure.
So I found. I just got to figure out the first ever
gay prostitute.
Yeah. Forestina. So the first ever recorded UFO sighting.
Oh shit. Okay.
But it's a little bit different than what you think. It was recorded in hieroglyphs.
Oh, so UFO. Or I mean
so it was in 1440 BC. Fiery discs.
1440 big old cocks.
Yeah.
Okay, but
fiery discs, Lower Egypt, Ancient Egypt. According to the disputed Thule papyrus, the scribes of the pharaoh Thutmose III reported that fiery discs were encountered floating over the skies in 1440 BC.
Jesus Christ.
So
That's no explanation for flying. There's no planes back then.
no, that's why it's very interesting. I found this website that has like tons of the early like UFO sightings, and I think the 1440 is the oldest. And obviously when I say, you know, reported,
Yeah.
it's more recorded.
Yeah.
It's not like we talked to Thutmose the Third, but
Just homeboy wrote it down and
right.
we translated it.
I just thought that was crazy little factoid that I found.
Yeah, that's way cool though.
I would like to get more, because like that's, I think one of the biggest evidences for UFOs is these ancient civilizations, because of how many hieroglyphs and artwork and, you know, statues and different things were created in these images that just are, they're not human.
Yeah.
And especially with the Mayans, because one of their most famous ones looks like a guy in a spacesuit, and then there's like a thing next to it that looks like a rocket.
Yeah.
So is that just, they're just like, oh, we'll draw these, we'll carve these just because it looks cool? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of art during that time was just made up. I think a lot of that art was made in images of stuff they've seen.
Yeah.
And it's just weird.
Definitely. It's fucking...
A little spooky.
Yeah, because, like you said, they're trying to explain it with their surroundings.
Right.
They came like, looked like a plane, but it wasn't a plane. They just like, so...
Well, it's almost like they're recording it for like future, for people to...
The way they say it is like, yeah. I don't know, it's weird.
Because like, I don't know, I was going to grab the donut. Because like... someone has to record what's going on around them in any civilization. It's always been a thing. So
Time traveling thoughts for sure.
yeah,
Salty
it's
Frank.
always the time traveling thoughts.
I'm gonna change it up. I'm either gonna call you Salty or Frank. You're never gonna know which one. I'll call you your real name.
SF.
Sucking fucks.
Suck the fuck, dude. But yeah, I just think that there's always going to be someone who wants to record what's going on, because they know that people will want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And it's the dynasty thing. Like, you want to be remembered. And now, obviously with video and everything nowadays, people will be remembered a lot easier than they did now. The only way to have people remember you back then is record stuff.
Exactly. For sure.
And big events. I'll next couple of weeks I'll research the Mayan statue thing with the rocket and the dude in the spacesuit.
Very cool.
And I'll find the pictures and stuff we can put on the green screen, because I know they've done lots of research around it, and the only other thing that people think it might be is some sort of burial ritual, and that's what they put him in.
Yeah.
But it looks so much like an early astronaut outfit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like almost identical, and it looks like a rocket. So maybe it is a time traveler, or maybe...
The thing is, though, like, the weird is that they look like an early astronaut. By the time time travel comes around, they're not gonna dress like... Have you seen those fucking new astronaut outfits?
Oh, they're dope.
They wear fucking Reeboks.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Wasn't even planning on reading this. I don't know if this has any bearing on anything. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know why it came out of nowhere all of a sudden. I saw it posted a couple different places. I'm just going to read you it, and you can... Maybe you've heard or seen stuff about it and can tell me if it's fake, unless it got deleted. Hold on. Oh, okay. So it got posted by someone named
Jared Kushner.
Justice Wallace on Facebook. That's who I shared it from. And it's a big conspiracy. it's screenshots and Snapchats of stuff. So it says, so I'm at the Office of Congress Library website and came across this book written in 1893. And the title of it is Heron Trumps.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with this?
The Trump books?
Yeah.
It's got Baron in it?
Yeah.
Wasn't the Adventures of Baron Trump?
Oh, yeah, Baron Trump.
Yeah.
So I'll just go through this and then we can talk about it. So the book is about a boy named Baron Trump who found a secret portal and time traveled, but that's not the crazy part. Baron Trump obviously is Donald Trump's son.
Yeah.
There's a picture of what Baron Trump looked like a portrait drawn.
Yeah, it's a real book. I've seen it.
Yeah. He looks oddly familiar, or they look oddly similar.
Yeah, it's a real book.
In the book, Baron Trump had a mentor. He looked up the name. Guess what? Don.
Yeah, Don Trump, his mentor.
Yeah, the shit gets even crazier. All this shit in the book takes place in Russia. Melania Trump, what does this say? Born in Slovenia, so she is Russian. 1900s, the last president. 4 years later, in 1896, the same author writes a sequel to the book, but he calls it The Last President.
Yeah.
Okay. The book is about a very wealthy man who lived in New York on Fifth Avenue who ran for president but wasn't expected to win. Trump Tower is on Fifth Avenue. And in the book, when he won, it surprised everybody and people started rioting and protesting. And after his inauguration, he started signing executive orders. But there's more. Sorry, I'm trying to read it, but paraphrase it. Remember, this book was written over 124 years ago. But anyways, after his inauguration, he started picking people for his cabinet. And guess who one of those people were? In the book, Pence, Lafay Pence.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
In the book.
I read this before we started podcasting, so I completely forgot about it.
Yeah. Lafay Pence is in the book who he picked as his vice president or whatever. Obviously, Pence is the vice president right now. Let's see. In 1943, one of the most famous inventors named... This is where...
What's the title of the first book? Is it Adventures of Baron Trump?
Yeah.
I could probably post a link.
So... This is kind of another tangent on it. In 1943, one of the most famous inventors named Nikola Tesla died from a blood clot. Before his death, he claimed he had built a time machine and used it to travel back in time and in the future. After he died, the United States government took all of his inventions and notes. The name of the office was seized and all of his work was the Office of Alien Property. After they looked through it, they passed it to the FBI.
Sorry. So I looked it up. I don't know if you guys know the fact check stuff. So it's called The Marvelous Underground Journey, Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. And it's mostly true with what Wesley's reading. Like some of it's almost all true. The books. Yeah.
According to the fact checker.
Yeah.
The Office of Alien Property.
You can buy it at Barnes & Noble. I'll send you a link of the book.
According to Google says, let's see here, custodian was an
There's
office
the book at Barnes & Noble.
Within the government of the United States during World War I and again during World War II, serving as a custodian of enemy property. So a place where we store enemy properties that belong to U.S. enemies. I don't know why that's important. So it was a government office, and that's where they put Nikola Tesla's stuff. After they gave up on trying to figure his inventions out, they hired an outside engineer who could understand the work of Nikola Tesla. And guess who the dude was? John G. Trump.
Huh.
Okay. John Trump is Donald Trump's grandfather, but after studying the time machine notes and inventions of Nikola Tesla, he told the government he didn't find anything. Could he have lied to keep the invention to himself and out of hands of the government? Fun fact, Donald Trump's mom's name is Mary and his father's middle name is Christ. And he was born on the night of a total lunar eclipse. I don't know why that's important. Marianne MacLeod Trump is her name. Frederick Christ Trump is his father. Donald Trump, born June 14th, 1946. June 14th, 1946 was a full lunar eclipse. So this breaks it down saying, is Donald Trump a time traveler? A pressing matter largely ignored the mainstream media has come up. Is Donald Trump a time traveler? The question has been circulating on conspiracy theory websites for several months and is backed by various pieces of evidence, such as Donald Trump's uncle John Trump's relationship with Nikola Tesla. Now a series of books published over a century ago is receiving attention for their seemingly all too eerie connections to the Trump family. The books, one of which is titled Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, has been discussed both on Reddit and 4chan. Baron Trump's Marvelous Journey and its sequel, 1900, or the Last President, are indeed real books written by Ingersoll Lockwood. And then the final message, it was one of those memes that says, Illuminati, don't fucking move. But, now, obviously, when you start talking about Trump, people don't care and people get angry. If this is a real thing, if Trump could potentially be a time traveler, is it that weird to think one of the richest men in the world would have connections to things that we aren't aware of and has plenty of money?
Or that's why they're rich. Damn, this is like fucking, what's his name? The bad guy in Back to the Future?
Yeah.
What's that dude's name?
I don't remember.
Fuck yeah. He gets the sports almanac. And
Yeah.
Shit.
It's kind of weird, though. I mean, there's lots of connections. I mean, who knows? Maybe he went back in time and...
It's Biff. Yeah, Biff. Donald Trump is Biff.
Yeah, it's, maybe he went back in time, wrote this book, the money started... Back to the Future. But yeah, kind of an interesting little coincidence. It could just be coincidence.
Yeah.
Ryan Matthews says, which side bans books? I gotta tell you, I personally think that the mainstream media is horrifyingly...
Damn, is the government shutting us down?
Which will lead...
Sorry, I'll pull it back up. Okay, I just thought we were donezo. He says, yeah, I gotta tell you, I personally think the mainstream media is horrifyingly authoritarian, which will lead inevitably to rebellion.
It's quite possible.
Jesus, sorry. That reading of mine was a 0 out of 10.
0
I panicked when the Reddit went.
0 out of 10.
The internet went bad.
Would not read again.
I said our time machine was unplugged. Oh shit, did you see that? Fuck. You listening? You listen to us tonight?
Twitch, if you're listening, sponsor us.
It's the goddamn government, man.
Give us that partnership.
Goddamn government.
Yeah, I was reading that and I thought that was kind of crazy just because there's so many similarities. And
yeah, that's fucking weird. I forgot about it.
Or it's quite possible that they're all familiar with the book and Trump was like, oh, well.
I doubt it.
Name my son. You never know.
Maybe
it was a family thing. Maybe they knew about this book that has the Trumps in it.
Maybe, yeah.
And they were just reading it. And then Trump was like, we know it'd be a good name for my son. Baron.
Oh, China. I don't know.
Oh, Baron.
Yeah.
But it is kind of weird. Or maybe he went back in time and brought Baron back.
That's like you talk about alternative timelines.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
Oh, never mind. I got a weird text message from 23333, and I was like, what is going on?
Oh, it's giving you code?
No, it's something from Mr. Salty.
Oh.
It's from Google.
That's just a generic number.
Yeah.
So did I ever show you the phone call I got? Oh, it was on this phone, so I might be able to show you. Oh, I got it too. Hold on. Let's see if this number's still here that I got.
Oh yeah, the classic Salty.
Shit, is it not gonna? Was it not on this phone?
Warning from CDC: avoid
Oh, here.
Calvino's boofs.
Look at that fucking phone number right there. I'll put it at the very top. Look at that. You got a call from that. Look, all the other ones are normal. What the fuck is that phone number?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
See, it wasn't like there's too many numbers too.
Yeah.
Like guys, yeah, just a whole bunch of random numbers, and that called me.
I wish those scams didn't exist because I'd love to call it back live, but
Yeah.
it's probably not worth. What is on my phone? Looks like jizz. Can you hand me the screen cleaner?
Okay. Wait.
Oh God. Crip walking on him. No.
All up on that shit.
Damn. Should we go take dance lessons?
That'd be sweet. So we can make fun of the gay kids in the neighborhood.
No, that's not really what I was going for. Actually, yeah, but we'd have to be tap dancing.
You read my fucking mind. So every time I go to Matt's house, because he's got hardwood floors, and I'm always dancing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I've been talking, I was like, why don't we all learn a choreographed tap dancing routine? And then when girls come over, all of a sudden we're...
Damn, it's like your mating ritual.
I was like, there's no way we don't get laid if there's 8 dudes doing a perfectly choreographed tap dance routine.
It's so true.
0% chance that at least one of us gets boned from the perfect dancing in the rain.
Ryan Matthew, I like talking about alternative timelines. I also like talking about alternative timelines because it's just anything's possible. There's an alternative timeline potentially.
You're straight.
Or right. How'd you know?
Got him.
Or an alternate dimension where Ryan Matthew is actually the host of the Topshelfers podcast.
Or his name's Mine Rathu.
Or Mine Rathu.
Damn.
And we are just the viewers. SaltyFrank says, so you ran for president to recreate the other book too? Plot twist. I sent you a text filled with jizz. Damn, Salty, that was rude. Get your jizz off my phone. Ryan Matthew says, without any malice or negativity, I just want to say that Google should be destroyed and replaced multiple times over. But unfortunately, the power that be determine your future, and 90% of people never see themselves subjected to it. So why, without malice or negativity, do you think it's just they're so powerful that there should be something different? Or do you think that...
It's like Amazon.
Yeah, just like Amazon. Speaking of that...
Fucking Bezos, man. I know you're probably listening with your fucking telekinetic brain, Bezos, but you one powerful man. You know your wife left you and you're losing like $60 billion.
So I'm talking to this guy right now. His name's Jason, and he is...
Aerospace engineer.
No, I don't know, maybe. So, if you listen to this, my dude, what's up?
So does our friend Chandler.
I applied to potentially go to coding school.
Cool.
And I've been talking with him. I took their little test and passed.
Yeah.
And dude on the phone is fantastic at his job. He is easy to talk to, fun to talk to, but we started talking about, we got off topic a ton and talked about podcasts and different things. But he was bringing up Google, and he's like, isn't it going to be weird when 20 years from now we want to go eat at the Google restaurant and
Jesus.
all that type of stuff? And I'm like, it makes sense, right? Eventually Google and Amazon will probably just run everything and have like restaurants and Disney. Yeah.
Damn, did you see
M-Dubs work for Amazon? How do you like it? We're technically working for Amazon right now.
And I got a clothing company through
Amazon.
I work for... I still use Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. Jesus.
Oh, God. What was I going to say? I forgot after that one. I was going to say something real good. Man, I got distracted by Jeeves.
Fucking Jeeves, man.
My brain. I got one track.
Google having restaurants. Amazon.
Yeah, you said Google. It's going to have restaurants. Amazon.
Go eat at Google.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gone.
Damn.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
Too many times I have the best thought on this shit, and then I'm like, I'm gonna remember.
Damn.
And then like that, just fucking flushed.
Sometime it'd be like that.
Fuck.
SaltyFrank says, alternate dimensions. I was born in Woods Cross, and you guys bullied me to death, and my body was never found. I was riding in some tunnels under a school. Salty.
Damn, I was never like that.
Damn, who wouldn't bully you?
Ugh.
Ryan Matthews says, I think the first step of becoming conscious is realizing that the media lies purposely. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I think that Forrest and I have similar, understandings of you, because we know they lie. I just don't think the mass majority of people, they're just so blind. And I don't even know if they're blind. I think they're so accustomed to following one thing that they don't want to change up their ways. So they refuse to, become conscious, as you would say.
I forgot one word. Disney. So since Disney bought out Fox and stuff, they might get rid of Simpsons. A show, whether you like it or not, a show that's been running for 20-something years.
I don't know why they would get rid of it.
It's
still.
They said they're
viewed.
that's what everyone's like. Why? Let's see. Disney.
Yeah, because I'm not a Simpsons fan, but I understand.
It's so fucking funny sometimes.
Yeah, I understand what the Simpsons are. Is there a more impactful show cartoon? No.
Let's see. Oh, I just saw the article for it. It said Simpsons up in air. So, let's see if that pops up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 day ago, yeah. The Fate of Simpsons. Oh, there's probably the article. One of them, at least. Oh, it was on Reddit, so I saw that below. What will happen to The Simpsons as Disney takes over Fox? So they think it's just not going to be what it was, and they're purposely going to make it bad to get rid of it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, so when The Simpsons ends its 30th and 30 seasons,
It's crazy.
But let's see. Sources with knowledge of negotiations tell Variety that. Let's see. The Simpsons for the 31st and 32nd season, the terms of agreement, which include licensing fees slightly reduced from. Oh, that's what I want to see. But yeah, basically it was saying
Wait, go up for a sec. It says The Simpsons has just traditionally been a loss leader for Fox Broadcasting. The network sheds money on a per episode basis, with costs increasing over the years, but those losses have been more than offset by the money the show makes for the studio.
So why is it saying it's a loss then?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Because if you're... Huh. So do the creators of Simpsons run it at a loss?
I don't know. Maybe they do.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. What's fucking Matt Groening? Or what's his name? Futurama.
Yeah. Fucking time traveler.
Yeah.
He's the real time traveler. That
Yeah.
guy's got some shit.
Yeah, Huffington Post. Or fucking, what's BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed's fucking garbage.
I know BuzzFeed came out with that article about Donald Trump's meeting and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, But I was like, when the fuck do we start listening to goddamn BuzzFeed?
Yeah.
Marijuana is racist. It's fuck.
Yeah, dude,
And that-
BuzzFeed. They need to make an article about us, though. I'll take that publicity.
Yeah.
They can call us.
They said if you say
Fucking-
marijuana, you're racist.
Yeah,
So who the fuck listens to BuzzFeed?
no one.
Apparently a lot of people. It was headline news ever since of they're taking it as credible information because it was bad about Donald Trump.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Family Guy, Salty Frank says Family Guy is as impactful as Simpsons at times when they rip off the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the three powerhouses obviously is Family Guy,
It's like
Simpsons,
that-
and South Park.
South Park, remember? Simpsons did it.
Yeah. Because I can't think, obviously, Futurama was big, but I don't think...
Not many people watched it. King of the Hill.
I don't think
Because King of the Hill is Fox, too. It would come on right after
Right.
Simpsons.
I don't think King of the Hill had as many, actual impactful things. King of the Hill was fantastic. Me and you both love King of the Hill. But I don't think it had, that... What's the word? Social commentary?
Yeah. Till now.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Because it's huge now, but that's just
Right.
because people are just barely discovering it.
Yeah, they're realizing. Well, and I 100% understand that, because when I was growing up, watching King of the Hill, I hated it because I didn't understand that type of humor.
Yeah.
But going back and watching
It's
it,
so good.
it's so fucking good.
It's like just this dry, like God damn it.
Right. Ryan
Rusty
Matthews.
Shackleford.
Rusty Shackleford. Pocket sand. Ryan Matthews says apparently the online multi-billion-dollar media industry considers BuzzFeed to be credible because Orange Man, bad dude. Exactly. Salty Frank says South Park is probably the most impactful. Yeah, South Park, man. They really dictated a lot of stuff in my life, funny enough to say.
Thanks. Yeah,
Because South Park for me was like, that was my first introduction to adult themes like cartoons.
Yeah.
Because my parents would never let me watch it, right? Because obviously a young kid watching that's probably not good.
Cause mom's a bitch, she's stupid, bitch is the biggest bitch in the whole.
Yeah. But my dad had he bought them like 1999 or maybe early 2000s DVDs of like the first two or three seasons.
Yeah.
And they never knew, but I would sneak them and then watch them when they're not home. And I mean, the first episode, Cartman gets fucking probed
Oh yeah, he does. Is that when he gets a satellite, the
Yeah.
giant satellite that
up his ass? Yeah.
Yeah, that show's so good. I definitely watched Simpsons before any of them.
I think I bag on The Simpsons a lot, and it's because I have not watched an episode of The Simpsons that I liked, besides the Treehouse Horror ones.
Oh, those are always good, yeah.
So maybe I need to go back.
I don't know, like, I haven't watched, like, seasons in a long time, but
Right.
sometimes my grandpa will just have it on, and, like, some of them, like, it's more of a, not adult humor, it's more like a safe humor almost, but edgy safe humor. But, like, I'll be watching it, and some of it's so funny.
I think for me, the reason why I never liked it is because I started so early with, like, South Park.
Yeah, so
and
going from those
Futurama.
to
Yeah.
Simpsons, yeah.
I remember the night Futurama aired the first time. I watched that episode,
Oh, shit.
and it wasn't. Yeah. I remember that being like, I was like, oh, this show's gonna be dope, because like he gets stuck in the fucking
Yeah.
cryo sleep, and I'm like, what's going on? And then he wakes up and he's in the future. I'm like, this show's gonna be huge, and it has a huge cult following.
Yeah, for sure.
And the people who love it, like myself, love it.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
And now we got Rick and Morty, which everyone's still waiting.
I still like Futurama way more.
I do too.
I liked, okay, so when Rick and Morty first came out, the first 2 seasons, so I didn't know about Rick and Morty until right before the second season. I think that's when a lot of people did, but so when I watched it, the second season hadn't aired. So I watched the first season, and then the second season came out right after that. And then that's when it fucking blew up.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember if I was a hipster on that or not.
Louis C.K., he's fucking hilarious. People, like, are all of a sudden offended by Louis C.K. because they've never heard... he's offensive.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, people are acting like he hasn't been doing this style of comedy forever. He sells out fucking arenas.
It's comedy.
Because of his edgy comedy and offensive material. He said maggot, bigger, and cunt in one episode, like one
thing.
joke.
That was his whole thing, is like saying the 3 most offensive words.
Yeah. He says the N-word constantly, and
I think it's just the times, man.
people are just barely all these fucking pussies are just barely finding out who he is, and
Well,
it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Screw up. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Stand-up comedy. He's doing it to be offensive. Him being offensive made him millions of dollars. He fucking jerked off on women.
Yeah.
What do you expect his stand-up comedy to be?
Let's revert back to the Seinfeld stuff.
Yeah, now people are saying Seinfeld's offensive. God. Ugh. My cousin, I heard her and they're watching Seinfeld today. We were watching the Jazz game, and I heard, "What is it with airplanes?" Just kidding. No, but
It makes me really worried about the future of comedy.
so I
Like-
saw. Did you know they said Adam Sandler movies are offensive now too?
Yeah.
And like, so it's that movie I keep talking about, Ridiculous 6. I looked it up because I thought that what's his name? the dude that makes Blazing Saddles, Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
I thought Mel Brooks was in it, so I like looked it up to see if it was him, but I don't think it was. And some people are like, I just saw an article because I looked up Ridiculous Six. It was like from when it came out. It was a 2015 article, but it said Adam Sandler cannot stop making offensive movies, and that was 4 years ago. So could you imagine the shit they probably write about his movies now?
Is it just clickbait and people are buying into it? Because, like, do people really think this?
They just need to stop being such little fucking babies. Grow the fuck up.
Ugh.
Don't you have anything better in your life than being fucking offended? Who gives a shit what people watch? You're fucking babies. You're pussies. Just stop being little girl. Okay, so I'm making it worse by calling you pussies and little girls. Stop being
Childish.
sensitive. Like, yeah, you're
Be
being very
sensitive about the
childish.
things that need to be sensitive
You're an
about.
adult, so you don't want people to watch it. Tell your kids not to watch it. Like,
Just don't watch it.
that's it. That's how my dad is. And like sometimes, like, you know, I disagree with some of the stuff, and like I'm like, what the, it's not like you're being a little bitch, Dad. But like I'm like, he's like, no, I just like I do what I tell everyone else. I don't like it, I don't watch it. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're right.
100%.
You live by what you say. Like
Yeah.
so, I'm like,
I'm 100% cool with that too. Like, I mean, we grew up in an area where was not anymore apparently prominently Mormons, and you know there was always those weird awkward moments where you're talking to someone and saying like, "Oh, I just watched this movie," and they're like, "Oh, I can't watch PG-13 movies,"
Yeah.
or "Oh, that movie's rated R, I can't watch it." I am totally cool if you don't want your kids or you yourself don't want to get involved in mature rated stuff or edgy stuff, just don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
go online though and try and cause a problem. Sooner or later, online just going to be, people aren't going to go online anymore. And it's probably good, but at the same time it's kind of sad because people just suck.
yeah, people are so dumb. So Salty says, Vanilla Ice is in Ridiculous Six. Who is he in Ridiculous Six? I have a clip on my phone of my favorite part about it, and I forgot about it. But there, he's like the one dude. He's like, he can do a great impersonation of the white man, and then he just stands. And the guy's back there. Oh, is he Mark Twain? Damn, that's fucking hilarious. But the Native American dude in the background's like, I like to play with my chest hair and eat potato chips. And, it's like, and then they just laugh and like, that's the best impersonation of the white man. Damn, I gotta look that. It makes sense now. Is it actually him, Salty, or are you lying? Because Mark Twain is super hip hop in it.
That makes sense.
And Ridiculous Six. It is you, son of a... Damn. I didn't know that was him. Obviously, you can't tell.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's playing poker with Wyatt Earp and General Custard. It's Mark Twain. And he's super hip-hop. He's like, yeah, brother. And then he's just saying all this. He starts freestyle rapping his poem. That's fucking so funny. Oh, God.
Who was I listening to the other day? They were talking about the future or whatever, and they just think that somewhere along the lines there's going to be either forcible or I can't remember how he worded it, forcible or required or, you know, an ability to change the pigment of your skin, and it's going to be required that everyone just goes gray.
Have you seen the...
That's why aliens are gray. Because they just decided,
shit.
one way to wipe out problems in the world is if everyone is just a new pigment. And I thought that was an interesting outlook on it because think of how much shit is going on in the world because of skin tone.
Yeah, that's true.
If everyone went to a neutral color that doesn't exist now, I mean, obviously, this is an interesting thing. Let me ask you this. If everyone went to a neutral pigment of skin, what do you think the next thing is going to be that people hate about other humans? Accents?
Yeah.
There will. I don't think there will ever be. That lady's fucking dumb. I don't think there will ever be a solution to humans hating other humans.
There It's just like the Sneetches and whatever the
Oh yeah, the star belly sneeches and
Yeah.
the non-star star belly sneeches.
right. And then in Future or not Futurama, and what's it called? It's the nipple people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this woman who changed race claims her babies will be born black. So she's a blonde, white, I believe Australian woman, and she's been changing. Oh, she got huge titties now too.
Ugh, she's disgusting looking.
Yeah, but now look at her. So she did stuff, made her skin so she looks like a black. She dyed her hair black, and she literally looks like someone painted her brown. But
Yeah, it's really bad.
she injected her skin. Her husband said he did it too, but he just looks like a heavy white guy with missing, like a balding white heavy set man wearing African clothes. And they think that their kids will come out black because they injected their skin black. They don't fucking understand how genetics work. Fucking idiots.
Paco says having hair or not. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
SaltyFrank says hair color. I don't know what my hair was. Red. I had people just not talk to me for being ginger. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think there will ever be a solution, sadly. I mean, how many times do you hear people just say how much they hate humans?
I do.
I know.
No, not all of them. They're just... I experienced so many dummies in this world, and that's why I deleted my Twitter.
You
Like,
deleted it again?
for good. I made a new one, like I told you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So this one, I'm just only gonna follow stuff on like sports pages, stuff like that, because I'm so sick of seeing this. I don't know. It's just bad. Like I was depressed for like I could feel myself getting depressed just because I'm constantly reading these negative ass shit, and
Yeah.
it's just bad for the mental health reading that shit. So I don't want your negativity in my life. Literally, like I know everyone's like keep the negativity out. It's so bad for the mental health.
Oh,
Like
so
I don't
bad.
want to sit like because I get riled up and like oh this fucking keyboard hero whatever, and I start fighting with people on the internet. It's just not good.
There's
not
just
good for
nothing
anyone.
to benefit.
Social media is so fucking AIDS, but that's why now I'm gonna use it to be either a troll or
Yeah, but is a troll just causing more problems?
not like that kind of troll. Yeah, that kind of like I was saying earlier, the guy that said I hate jazz more than he said I've never hated anything more in my life. Like literally, he said or hated anyone or anything more than jazz players or something. Like it's like what? Why was your mom gang raped? Shit, gang sexed up by the fucking jazz team in 1997, and now you're fucking mad about it?
Possibly.
Like,
But
why does that make you so mad? So he posts that, and then he's like, "Let's smoke 'em, boys." And now I just wanted to comment, "LOL." Nope.
not to be rude, but why do you care?
Why do I care to post that?
Yeah.
I don't care shit. I just think it's funny
Oh,
for me commenting back.
gotcha.
Yeah, not like it bugs me. Like I'm not mad that he posted that.
Right.
I just wanted to be a dick. Like
You know what I
sucks
find
to suck, nerd. Now you bet you hate him more.
what I find weird about social media, because like I've just it's never really affected me. Like
Yeah,
I hardly ever read comments
that's my
or
problem.
things like that because I know what the comment sections are.
That's
And I
Twitter.
don't-
Twitter is the comment section of YouTube
Right.
videos.
I don't like arguing unless I'm with someone in person, because there's just no you can't tell the demeanor of somebody.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't know how serious they're being. But what I find interesting is I like reading people's statuses, and if I find it interesting, I like commenting and trying to get more information.
Yeah.
And how often people think that I'm arguing over just trying to get more information
Yeah.
is really, really weird because, I don't know. I wonder if it's that's just the whole mentality of what Twitter and comment sections is to argue.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, because I don't like arguing. Like I said, unless it's in person and we're arguing about something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Or want to know more about. Like I don't see the point. And I see it with people I'm close to where they get heated over shit, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, what is Joe Blow who lives in New York's opinion about fucking whatever matter? Like, why are you letting that bother you right now?
Yeah.
And that's always just been my mentality, because I was like, I don't get why. And I feel bad too for the younger generation and Instagram,
Oh, for sure.
because they haven't learned the lesson yet that these famous Instagram people give you 2 seconds of their day
Yeah, for
with
sure.
a picture. You don't know what they're going through. Most of them say they're fucking miserable.
Well, yeah. Well, it's all of them.
But it's the whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality where, they'll post, their clout. They got like this nice car, like out here fucking doing this, or it's a fitness model posting their abs or their ass. And like, you need to understand that that's not their whole life. They have their problems too. And chasing after that dream is not healthy, or comparing yourself to them is extremely not healthy. I think that's why there's so many kids who are fucked up and having so many suicides, as people try to compare themselves to these, huge platform running people.
Yeah.
And you just don't compare yourself to other people. Just do you.
I know. Sometimes these fitness models, to show up buff there and stuff, and in their home life, they're using penis pumps with other dudes. So.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta whip your dick out and just start pumping it on camera for money.
Yeah, with another bro grabbing it and
Jake?
stuff. Yep.
JK, dude, if you're watching this,
Yeah, we're just
much
kidding.
love. Remember when we played baseball? You're fast as fuck, boy. I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know if he likes to joke about it or not, but I'd love to have him on and make as many references to it as possible.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Jake, you fucking ripped as shit. You got good following, your abs. Whew, man, people would love to have that. A lot of people seen your dick, though.
Yeah, I've got nothing wrong with him. It's not like he's never been.
He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
I even like Tate, too.
Yeah, I have
He's a
literally
nice kid.
nothing wrong with it.
I felt bad for him because so many people thought he was douchey, but in reality, that kid is like one of the nicest people you'll meet.
Yeah, there's just I literally have nothing
No.
wrong with him. I'm a dick. So.
Yeah, it's just funny that I feel it sucks because they probably never thought that it would blow up like it did. But
Yeah, that's what happens.
when you got a friend named Tasia who looks at videos, it gets out.
Yeah,
I don't know. Ryan Matthews says it's crazy how many famous celebrities jumped on the bandwagon of hatred to condemn these white MAGA Make America Great tunes. I'm utterly amazed. Yeah, I think celebrities should not have, and this is going to be weird to say, I don't think that they should have social media. Because so many people, and it doesn't matter what age it is, look at celebrities a different way.
no shit.
They think that they are gods.
Yeah,
If Kim Kardashian posts something, it is seen across the whole world. I don't think anyone should have that kind of power or sway.
not one man should have all that power.
Exactly. Kanye knows.
Yeah,
But I honestly don't think they should, because I don't blame the celebrities, but I sometimes don't think that they understand the power that their voice has on people.
no.
Who's a celebrity that you really love?
Kanye.
If Kanye told you
Yes.
exactly,
He says, "Suck my dick." I'm like,
as
sorry.
you wish, sir.
Guess. Do you have Kylie Cosmetics I can put on while I do it?
I know he's joking, but like if there's like a celebrity that you really look up to, and they have an opinion, there's
Wait, you think I'm joking?
No, I don't think you're joking. I think you would.
I got a piece so bad.
I think you would top him off like a fucking.
Yeah, Kanye West says, like, all right, present this, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sucking Kanye's dick.
Damn, I hope it's not small. That'd be weird.
I hope it is.
It's like a little thumb. I don't think that some of these celebrities realize the magnitude or the craziness of their fans. I know some do, obviously. I think well, I'm sure everyone knows that fans can get so crazy and so just out of control with the love of their celebrity that I don't think they should be posting stuff and swaying people's opinions. Because at the end of the day, I'll pick a random celebrity. Brad Pitt. I don't have anything bad about Brad Pitt. But if Brad Pitt came out and started talking a bunch of political stuff and trying to sway people, his opinion doesn't mean anything different than any average Joe. He just happens to have the viewership, the popularity, and the outlet. He doesn't have he's not involved in politics or, pick any celebrity. I just use Brad Pitt, for example.
What if I came back oiled up and just slid across like a penguin?
I would be excited, but I'd be more excited if you shaved off all your hair and it was hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah.
That would be...
I am unclean.
Yeah. Ryan Matthew says, it's crazy how many famous celebrities jumped on the... Oh, wait, I already read that. Sorry. SaltyFrank says, God damn it, that's the third time tonight I was typing something and you say it for us.
I read you like a goddamn book.
Ryan says, it's always a shame when political narrative comes before basic moral reasoning. Yeah, absolutely. But sadly, it's the world we live in, so I guess we either adapt or we get left behind.
You fucking take the heat or get out of the kitchen.
I just think it's going to be... I hope I'm alive in like 50 years to be able to see all these people looking back during this time period and realizing like, man, we were toxic, disgusting human beings who craved attention but were afraid to go get it and just sat online miserable all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for any listener who does that. I feel bad, and
Fuck you. Just kidding.
I hope you can.
I'm just kidding.
I hope you can find the outlet that you need, and if you ever need someone to talk to.
Unless your outlet's shooting up the public.
Yeah, don't do that.
Did you see that dude here in Utah that was gonna shoot up the women's march because he said, all I wanted was a girlfriend and women rejected me, so I'm gonna take out as many as I can.
What a fucking idiot.
He was gonna shoot up the women's march.
Yeah, it's the women, it's not you.
Yeah, exactly.
Dumb fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, yeah, no woman... well, obviously, they knew something. You're threatening shooting up a women's march. Obviously, you're a psycho fucking piece of shit. There's a reason women didn't want to date you, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, it's never a group of people that are, like, in that circumstance. It's not all... I don't know where I'm going with this. It's you. It's not the other people.
If you wake up and you meet an asshole... maybe he's an asshole. But if you spend your whole day and everyone's an asshole, maybe you're the asshole.
That's the best way to put it. If you're Taylor Swift and have 15 exes, you might start wondering if it's not the ex's fault, it's your fault.
Don't you dare blame T Swift.
So we're at 2.5. I'll hurry and do these urban legends, and then we'll close out with a little bit more talking with you guys, and then
I just wanted to talk about that one dude. Oh, yeah.
Which one, dude?
I'll talk after.
Okay. So for this segment, we've been doing ghost stories and urban legends and different things of that nature, and I have 3 new urban legends, just kind of brief stories of them. Okay, well, a while back, do you remember when we went on that website and discussed...
Ooh, I don't want to talk about that website.
Yeah, that one was rough. The other website, though, where it's the most either haunted or the biggest urban legend in your state.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and do all those too.
Okay.
So tonight, the first urban legend I have, I'm not going to be able to pronounce, just like the slit-mouthed woman, is La Llorona or La Lorena.
Beat you to it, Salty.
It's a Mexican urban legend. Yours truly grew up with this particular folktale, which originates in Mexico. Yours truly was the author. Sorry.
Weston grew up in Mexico.
Yeah, which originates in Mexico and is about a mother named Maria, a.k.a. La Lorena, who threw her children into a river upon realizing that her husband was unfaithful. She immediately regretted the impulsive act, and so legend says that if you lurk around rivers or arroyos, which is a fancy way of saying dry creeks or gullies, after dark, you might come across her wailing spirit. La Lorena wears a highly... Llorona, sorry.
Oh, that's what he just typed.
Yeah, La Llorona wears a highly haunting all-white lace outfit, and laying eyes on her will bring you death and doom, so run the hell away. So, don't go near gullies and rivers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get you're going to catch the ghost chop.
Yeah,
I do want to talk to...
Yeah, it's the worst kind of chop.
I do want to talk to Manuel about that one next time, because I remember him saying something that his mother had some experiences and some stories in Mexico. So I'm curious if he's familiar with that one.
He said, "Hey guys, how are you both? We're good. Wes, are you excited for Survivor next month?"
Absolutely, Ace Platinum. It should be a good one. I'm hoping they drop some new stuff because last season was great. I was happy with the result, but it didn't feel like there was much freshness. The next urban legend is called the Liquor. I did this one.
Is this about yourself? Did you write this?
Yeah. They say the only thing that I do worse than eat puss is chug milk because I think I'm lactose intolerant. Take that one home with you. So the Liquor. This is a personal favorite urban legend of mine due to how completely messed up it is. The story goes that one night a girl and her dog were home alone, so she had her dog sleep under the bed because she was scared, which is actually relatable, to be honest. In the middle of the night, she woke up to the sound of dripping coming from the bathroom, but she was too freaked out to get up and check what it was. So naturally, she put her hand down underneath her bed for comfort and was reassured when her dog gave her a lick. The next morning, she walked in the bathroom only to find her dog slaughtered and strung up from the shower rod, his blood dripping onto the floor. On the wall, someone had scrawled the message, "Humans can lick too." It's unclear if the Liquor is still out there licking, but let's hope not.
Well, I know you're sitting in this room, so the Liquor is out there.
Don't fucking out me like that, man. I gotta lick palms. It gets
You're
me
like that
fucking...
Pokemon.
Oh, lick a tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The last one I have, we're just going to go in order of all 50 states. I'm not going to do more than one a week. Is Arizona. I'm pretty sure we read this one before, but I'll rehash it. It's the ghost of Slaughterhouse Canyon, which it'd be cool if after we're done with all these, we go and investigate them. That'd be good videos, good road trips.
I think it would take us like 50 months.
Oh, well, yeah. It would definitely be a long time, but I think it'd be a fun time.
5 years later.
We're on our last one. The story of Slaughterhouse Canyon takes place during the gold rush during the 1800s. There was a family who lived down in the canyon. They were very poor, so the father would venture out into the canyon for food for his family. As you might have guessed, one day the father did not return. So his family slowly starved and descended into madness. The mother, unable to bear listening to her children's cries anymore, put on her wedding dress, murdered her children, and then threw them into a nearby river.
Jesus.
The next day, she succumbed to starvation herself. Legend states that if you go down to Slaughterhouse Canyon at night, even now, you will hear the loud, anguishing cries of the mother who lost her mind.
Jesus.
Now, doesn't that sound pretty familiar to...
Sounds like a lot of them.
Well, the one that I just read?
Yeah.
So, I mean... Yeah, exactly. I wonder if that is an urban legend that creeped up from Mexico to Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's not...
Yeah, it's the same area, so
it's not far-fetched.
Yeah. Huh.
Very interesting, though. I thought those were cool because it's the same...
Yeah.
Almost the same exact type of story, but just changed. Instead of the father being unfaithful, the father died.
Yeah.
The mother still put on her wedding dress. In the other one, you find her wearing lace, which would be like a wedding dress. Kind of cool that there's similar urban legends.
That's crazy. But it just reminds me, I don't know if you have you seen the video? Do you have one for NC? We can do that one too real quick, Salty. But if you're down.
Yeah.
The kid, he's doing a story in class, he's doing a math problem, and he's like, if the gas station is this many miles away or something, and it takes this many minutes to get to the gas station, why has it taken over 15 years for my dad to get home?
Damn.
It's so fucking good. I'll show you afterwards, because it is the 10 out of 10 memes.
What were you going to say about the person before we started this one?
We'll talk about it after the podcast.
Okay. It's going to take a couple minutes so I can try and find...
North Carolina.
Well, I need to find the website, too.
Oh, I can look it up just real quick. We can just do urban legend. What was it called?
Well, I don't know what the...
I mean,
website
was it just
called.
Urban Legends? Is that what it was? In each state? Legend per state. We can do North Carolina.
I think I found it.
Scariest legends in each state. Title Max. Is this it?
No.
Oh.
I have it right here. We're
Okay.
good.
Man, there's a bunch of them.
Kansas. That I want to look on that website too, because that one's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, we'll look after this.
Try and find Arizona's, and then we'll read that one from Arizona too.
Let's see. Hold on. So number
Minnesota.
3.
I'm in the ends.
It's all out
New
of order.
Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina.
Yeah, so I'll read. I can read Arizona's after this too, so we can see what the differences are.
Okay. So North Carolina, according to this website, is the Beast of Bladensboro. In the 1950s, multiple dogs were found dead and drained of blood in the North Carolina town of Bladensboro. People believed that there was a vampiric beast in the woods, and they tried to hunt the animal down. Today, the town of Bladensboro has embraced their history and actually holds a beast fest every year, but it's never been confirmed exactly what was stalking their town.
So it's the same.
Is it the same story?
One day, this Arizona. One day, a father failed to return from it to the cabin. So, during 1800's gold rush, and his family starved. The mother went insane, put on her wedding dress, and chopped up her children. Today, you can still hear cries and for forgiveness.
So it's the same exact story across 2 websites, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how far
No chupacabra, and see how
North
to
Carolina had a chupacabra. Swell. Let's see. Slaughterhouse Canyon. Slaughterhouse. No, not the rap group.
Slaughterhouse.
How far is it from us? Damn, it has 5 out of 5 stars.
Really?
Must be pretty cool. Come on, just how far are we from it?
How far will you take us down this road? Man,
Country.
it just looked like my eyes went 2 different ways on the stream. Am I an alien? And I don't even know it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Am I a chameleon? I like much worse on stream. But that's okay. I don't like things with beats and woods because I live near the woods, yeah. Oh, beasts, not beats. Beats by Dre. Salty hates Beats by Dre's in the woods.
Damn, it's 8 hours away.
Holy fuck. That's... Damn, I didn't even think we...
You have to go through Las Vegas.
Oh. Okay.
Road trip, boys! No, that's 541
I still think
miles.
we should do extraterrestrial highway.
Yeah, I think so too.
Once it gets warm, that'd be a fun trip to do.
That would
Just
be
go
way
camp
fun.
out there. And, well, we don't have to do it right there, but
Yeah.
stop at extraterrestrial highway and camp.
SaltyFrank he hates Beats by Dre and Beasts, though. Damn, what did Beats by Dre ever do to you?
What did Dre do to you?
He's
You
locked
got
in
any?
my closet.
You got
No,
anything else?
that's it for me.
All right, yeah, guys, we will
Wait, what guy are you going to talk about?
after stream.
Oh, after stream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for you guys before we head on out of here and hit you with the intro? It's been a swell podcast. We gained a couple followers. Had some good conversations. All right, Matthew says, no matter how thoroughly you murder yourself. Wait, what do you mean? There's always a silver or a sliver which lives on, complicating and hating yourself in spite of reason, just being unreasonably angry.
It's like a little ghost boy.
No matter how thoroughly you murder. Okay, I got you.
Little ghost boy from Suicide.
Shooshad.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna end it. So we'll fucking play our outro. You gaming afterwards or heading out? I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. I'll text you or something if I stay around. But yeah.
Thanks, guys. Make sure to
not that one.
follow so you can come back. We love talking with you.
Yeah.
Everyone new. Paco.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you follow. Oh yeah, there you go. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah,
Dude. Appreciate
thank
it. We stream. We'll be back talking Friday. Maybe I'll game tomorrow. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Thanks everyone. We're gonna play our outro. So later.
What in tar nation, an outro?
Hey, partners.
Thanks for watching the episode. I'm sure that we were stupid and silly and funny, and you love us. I'm glad you made it to the end. We want to show you the other stuff we got going on in our world. If you scroll down on our Twitch right now, you'll find our About Me, what's going on the podcast, different things like that. We have our links to everything down here. If you want to donate, you can. You don't have to. It helps us out. Here's our schedule for the next upcoming little while. There are streams that come in every once in a while that aren't on the schedule. Our Patreon is one thing that we are trying to take off. We really enjoy Patreon as a service, and they let us do whatever we want. So when you click on this Patreon link that you scroll down and below, it will take you over to our page, and this is where you can find some exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else right now. It's not on YouTube. It's not anywhere else. We have a couple podcasts that are privated just for certain reasons.
Got a
little too rowdy for YouTube. We also have a couple exclusives, which are pretty raunchy, especially our classic XXL BBW and Chlamydia, a Forest and West story. The OG story. If you haven't heard that story or haven't heard anyone reference that story, now's the time.
It's only $1.
It's $1. It helps us a lot, and we also have some deals going on. If you want to up the buck a little bit, we'll give you shout outs. You know, we want to help each other out. Obviously, the other big thing is YouTube. Everyone knows what YouTube is. All of our podcasts, some of our old gaming can be found here. Our new exclusive Bible Boys just went up on Patreon, and also Spooky Boy Things is up on YouTube. Make sure to check those out. We got lots of old gaming, Layers of Fear, Outlast, some of the classics. Watch Forrest get jump scared. And then for some of the new age stuff, we're on Spotify. Everything's on Spotify, and of course iTunes. We have everything uploaded to iTunes. The only other one that we don't have pulled up is Podbean, but Podbean links to all this, so go check it out. Go follow us. Our Twitter is down below on the Twitch as well. Instagram's on there. Facebook is on there. We reply to everyone's messages.
And also on iTunes, don't forget to give us that 5-star rating. If you like what we do, we'd really appreciate it.
And just remember, the more that you guys help us out, the bigger we get. Of course, the more we're going to help all you out. So, throw us a bone. You know what I'm saying?
Really motherfucking appreciate it. But yeah.
Thanks for watching the episode. We love you guys. Have a good one.
See you guys later. Dad.